Hello, everyone. Hello, Virgil. Welcome to the Sadness Podcast Reboot, the famous podcast everyone told me about, told me to redo that that I'm finally doing today. My special guest, my friend Matt.
Hi, hello. my name's Matt, also known as Big Chungus.
Yeah, that's
Fuck that meme.
hmm.
Sadness podcast.
That-
I am I've seen some, but I'm still kind of going in blind here with the kind of questions I'll be getting.
Oh boy. I have prepared my big book of questions that I have used for every podcast up until now.
Oh God! So
And-
this is an updated book, huh?
This is your page right here.
Oh, sick, dude! I can't wait to see where this goes.
You have one page full of questions, and then you have another page for notes that I'm gonna be taking on you. This is the the equivalent of a job interview, but for nothing. But sad.
I can't wait to use this on my resume when I get when I get my new job.
Was featured on podcast. All right. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of horrible shit. So we're going to start off with the classics, of course, doxing.
Oh boy, doxing! Holy fuck!
Okay,
Where to begin with that?
here's a question that I want to ask you, which is going to be really important. Tell me, how do you feel about anonymity?
It's I will say it is a rocky subject because like I'm all for it completely. I really am. I
Yeah.
believe the internet's gotten way too fucking open with shit. Like you gotta give your goddamn, before you make a Facebook account, you have to be sure you're real. Give them a sample of your blood. Send them
Yeah.
some cum in a jar. You know, like you really gotta go above and beyond to make a fucking account.
Yeah, put
Like-
your put your balls into the scanner.
Yeah, you gotta really give them everything. You have to bear all to them.
Yeah.
But like I miss when the internet was just, especially random message boards. Everything is so separated into like four like websites or whatever. There's only like the big Twitter, Facebook, and
Yeah.
other. I'm so brain dead. I can't even think of another one. Fuck, put on the list. But like everyone goes to these exclusively big sites, and no one kind of pitter patters around on anonymous boards anymore. And it really sucks. I love anonymity, I really do, but to an extent, because of it, we have shit like that dude that killed his girlfriend on 4chan and made a fucking scavenger hunt out of it.
Bro,
So, like,
I remember that. That one was that one was fucked.
oh dude, but I mean, it's. I'm sorry, like I don't laugh at it as in like holy shit, that's hilarious. It's
Nah,
just like
dude.
it's
It-
just the idea.
Cool.
Like everyone goes like, oh, the big mysterious 4chan is so scary. Oh my god. And you know, normally it's just a bunch of idiots
Yeah,
fucking around on a website. But
Yeah,
then
exactly.
that happens.
it's like for the thing with 4chan, it has like a really bad reputation for no reasons. Because even the thing that people are like, oh, 4chan is scary because they did that, it's like nothing. There's only like a handful of things that were actually bad that came from 4chan. And it's like, come on, guys. Why are you so scared of that stupid website? I've had people being like, oh, like because of when I was early day internet, you know, when I was a baby. I used to go on Newgrounds and 4chan a lot. That's how I learned English, actually.
Damn.
And
My bad, dude. Newgrounds. sorry.
Newgrounds is
Like-
awesome, dude.
Just the idea that yes, I learned English from Newgrounds. And
I
4chan.
did,
I can just
dude.
imagine the lingo you picked up there. Continue, my bad.
I thought my English is so shit. Everyone thinks that I'm like, oh, you're really good at English, like where I live, but it's just like horrible lingos and extremely obscure reference. that no one except for me gets. But the thing is, it's only been like maybe since 2018, I want to say, that people have started being like, oh yeah, if you're from 4chan, you're this buzzword or this buzzword, which is weird because it's like, do you think 4chan is like an army that you need to fucking sign into and not just a random fucking website that you can go on to say something random and then leave? It's like, I would argue that Reddit actually indoctrinates people more than
dude,
4chan does.
Reddit is a fucking cult. Like, no, that is.
It is a
Oh my-
cult.
It's so hard to, like, if I were to pick the worst of the internet, because like every place has its shit. I will say, listen.
Yeah.
The exile of Tumblr is the reason why we are where we are at today. Like, Twitter becoming so like woke. I can't speak English. Woke culture and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's always been a cesspool there of just like people trying to eat each other out. Like not like that, but like people like trying
Not
to
in
chew
not
each
in the
other out
fun
and shit.
way.
Yeah, not in the fun way. But like, it wasn't until Tumblr's mass exodus, once they stopped Rule 34
Yeah.
shit over there, that everyone started getting like terrible. So that's what I blame it on. Originally, Tumblr was the worst place on the internet, in my personal opinion.
I
But
hated
after-
that place.
After it got clapped with NSFW shit gone, everyone got shit. They colonized, dude. They fucking colonized.
Dude, we should have gate kept Twitter, like day one. Been like,
Oh,
Tumblr,
absolutely.
Tumblr isn't welcome here, but we fucked up.
Bro, I don't know how everyone like goes like, oh, Twitter is such a positive pillar of the internet, and I'm not shitting on sex workers when I say this, by the way. Your body, you do you, boo. But like, everyone says fucking Twitter is so wholesome and perfect. I've seen bitches just throw pictures of their clit up there, and they don't get they can get away with anything. Like Twitter, you could get away with murder on there. I shit you not.
Dude, I saw a girl fucking dox like 2 other girls, and like getting them kicked out of their school completely. Like the 2 girls were just straight up kicked out. And which is complete. It's not allowed by Twitter rule. You're not allowed to put someone's full name, address, and phone number on Twitter. But Twitter didn't do anything about it, even though everyone kept reporting it. It's like, come on, man.
It's so bad. Also,
Come on, man.
Also, Orb, yeah, absolutely. Twitter, the opposite of wholesome. Also, shout out to my boy. Love you, bro. No,
I hate
it's-
Twitter.
It's so bad. No, that reminds me when you said that it's against Twitter's rules to leak people's like names and shit. I'd still love the guy that scalped a shitload of PS5s and overpriced them and said, "Fuck you, cry if you want." And his goddamn was his actual fucking name, and they doxed him. And someone responded with a ski mask and a gun, and they fucking robbed him 2 days later. Like that is like the yeah. You know what I'm talking about. That shit was so fucking funny. Oh my god. It was terrible, dude.
I fucking hate scalpers so much, dude. I'm not gonna say that getting robbed is something he deserves, but he was asking for it.
Or I'm not sure how many they stole. We don't know about that. Like, I'm not sure they took the whole lot. All I heard was that someone actually went at him. Yeah, no, same. I don't believe that scalpers, like, that dude did not deserve to get shot or hurt or anything, which he didn't, as far as I'm concerned. From what I saw, it was a very harmless robbery. He just used the gun to get what he wanted. But, I lost my shit when I saw that. That's what you get, bro. You post that link and you try to flex how many you got, like, expect people up your ass.
We are not civilized creatures.
Far from civilized.
Okay. So here's the big question, Matt. You've had some problems with some pretty nasty people on the internet. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I don't mind discussing it.
Only if you're
Like,
comfortable.
Oh no, I'm comfortable, but like I'll leave some things out because like
Yeah, of course.
the last thing I want is like I doubt it'll ever happen, but I'm not gonna lie. When it happened, they were after me for a while, like a year after. They
Yeah.
found some like when I tried making new accounts with old like with new emails, fresh information, fake names, they still found my shit. Um, so the idea of somebody finding this and finding out who I am kind
Yeah.
of gives me. So I'll leave some information, like
Yeah,
vague
yeah.
for that purpose.
Of course, of course.
No, about like 3 years ago now, I was doxxed, maybe 4. It's been a while. Maybe I'm also time is an enigma to me, so I don't fucking know how much. Ever since COVID, the last year did not exist in my
Yes,
brain.
same. I still feel like we're in 2020.
Same. It's like time just fucking stopped. But yeah, no, I got doxxed and it was pretty bad. It was terrifying. And it was all because like I used to have an old YouTube channel that I'm not gonna say the name here, but because I keep that shit like locked down. It's all everything's on private now. But I did YouTube for almost 10 years, like just as a side hobby. I never advertised. I liked the whole concept of just uploading to upload and not worrying about oh no, I gotta advertise constantly and see where my reach gets or something. And
Yeah.
I kind of uploaded it kind of like I treated it like old YouTube, where you'd upload what you want. You just threw shit at a wall.
Yeah.
And I put a lot of time into it, and that's where I learned how to video edit for so long. Like, oh my god, if it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't be as good of an editor as I am now. And some guys found a video I did parroting loot boxes. Like, no, it was a Loot Crate. Because I got a Loot Crate advertisement one time. I never fucking bother with these things, but they were flexing some Dark Souls 3 gear. And I'm like, all right, I'll give you a fucking chance. Spoiler alert, was shit, terrible.
Yeah.
And I just did a video parroting that, and these guys found me, and they were like interacting like very slightly. And one of them was kind of being relatively cool with me. Like I just thought it was somebody who stopped by and thought, oh wow, funny LOL video, blah blah blah. Got to the point where I kind of talked to them on Discord like a bit. This interaction was like for 2 days, and I'm like, oh, how bad could it be? Like I've interacted with plenty of people on the internet, blah blah blah. Through links, they got my Google Chrome cache and leaked everything: my name, address, my credit card information. I lost some money that day. Yeah, it was. The worst part was living with my family at the time. That was probably the scariest. And if it was just me in my own place,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been as nervous. But like knowing the idea, like swatting in America, they take that shit seriously. And like we have 2 dogs, and the
Yeah.
idea of like anything bad happening, and just like they would get fucking shot, and my parents would be fucking pissed at me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of this entire thing going on. Like it was terrifying for a while. So I didn't go on the internet for like years. Maybe to be exact, I want to say 2 years. I stayed away from the internet, and then I found myself in the ASMR community somehow. I thought I thought if I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna come back undercover, and I'm like, oh, this community seems pretty nice. And it was Fearless Lens server. That's where I joined in, and then met Vivi and the mod team on her place, and I don't know how the fuck I'm here. This literally was just my existence in this space of people in this community was an utter accident of just like taking a crack at something because I was scared of going on the internet again, and I had
Yeah.
very horrible trust issues. So like I'm really glad I did, because I wouldn't be in this position, and I wouldn't have met like a shitload of great people through it.
How did you what made you blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I cannot formulate things because
you're good.
I'm stupid. Okay, what made you want to come back to the internet?
I was tired of being a hermit. Like
Yeah.
I left everything behind. Like I did not fucking touch anything. Like these guys got as far as like found my fucking Facebook and like terrorized people on my friends list on there.
Yeah.
Like they were like touching every aspect of my life, and it wasn't a good time. What's funny is in between coming back and after like my first year with this community, I tried doing voice work, and they found that YouTube channel out of nowhere. Kind of fucking sucked. They were like up my ass. I used a new email and everything. Like Maybe because it was linked to my Discord, but I don't know because I blocked them and everything. They didn't
Yeah.
even have accounts anymore. They erased their accounts. I don't know how they found me, but that was scary because I was like, oh fuck, everyone I know is going to be affected by these guys now. If they were to join a Discord, that'd be it. Like these guys were the kind of guys that would steal money and fuck with people for fun. I remember like I called up a store they spent money on, and this guy's like, oh yeah, we have 12 other out-of-state cards they've used. These the same guys, and I'm like, yeah, they have to be. So I wasn't the only one. They just waste their time fucking with people, and it sucks. That's the one reason why like I hate anonymity on the internet is how much people like that can get away with it.
Yeah,
Like I know this sounds really edgy, but I remember at the time when this happened, I remember telling myself, I'm like, dude, if I had one of them in my fucking vicinity right now, oh my god, the shit I'd do, because it's so terrifying.
it
Like
makes sense. It's awful to like being powerless in a situation like that. Because
absolutely.
there's legit, you can't do anything. They can do anything they want to you because they have like an upper hand. But it's the kind of people that if they were like in front of you,
Oh,
they like they wouldn't fucking dare do anything.
he wouldn't breathe. I remember being so furious. I lost sleep over this. I remember like when it happened, I was just angry for days. Like the idea like they could do anything to me. I remember
Yeah.
calling up like the non-emergency hotline, telling them, "Hey, if you get calls claiming there is something happening here, do not accept it. Check their credentials first, please. Like give like anything. Like call me first." Like that's what I told them because my information was leaked. Um, yeah, that's probably the most I had to deal with. I know other people who've gone through fucking worse doxings. Like I feel like I got lucky hearing other people go through certain shit.
Dude,
Once I deleted my channel, I think that's when they fucked off because they really thought like I gave up, but I came back under different names. That's why people who know me like personally through like the community. Some people, old fellas like Rusho, he still calls me
Yeah.
Big Boss because that was just the name I went by.
I also called you that for a while.
It was an easy name. Like it was. There's a shitload of Metal Gear stands out there, and I'm like, cool. Just describe just hide myself as a Metal Gear fanboy, which I mean I love fucking Metal Gear, but just go under that. And people did confuse me. Apparently there was a guy in the ASMR community who went under Big Boss on Discord who edited some ASMR collabs with people, and people hit me up thinking I was him at one point, which was very fucking. But hey, that means it worked. That means it worked. Hey, yeah, you're familiar with me then, Grand.
I hope that they don't find this video and come back to fuck with you, because that is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like oh man.
If it does, I'll eat shit. Like I'll accept my fate. But as of now, like I'm not as I feel like I've covered my tracks. I really have. Like I
Okay.
don't show my face anymore, dude. Like I was so careless on the internet, fucking like 15 years ago. Listen, in my Halo 1 clan, we used to have a website. Do you remember Xfire? Does Xfire sound familiar to you?
No. What is it?
So
What is?
Xfire was a program that was kind of like so before Steam had a really good social section. Xfire was like a discount version of Steam where you couldn't buy games, but it would scan the games on your computer
Yeah.
and then link servers with people. On my Xfire account and my Halo 1 clan website that we made, I put my face as my PFP. If you look up my Halo 1 clan username right now, my face still shows up in Google. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm a fucking idiot. I regret it to this day.
You cannot. It's because you were young. It's not really
Yeah.
your fault.
It's just the fact that like I have a carbon footprint like that.
Yeah.
Like just the idea that my face pops up on Google through something.
I've
And
always
it's-
been like insanely paranoid of any kind of doxing since I was a kid. This is because here in Europe, every time they talked about internet when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, on the internet there's only bad people and only like they will do anything to hurt you. So I've always been like insanely paranoid, which it kind of like paid off because there's nothing about me online.
Dude, I wish I could take it back.
But that thing, like the fact that I exist online as a person, means that there has to be a way to find me, right? So
Yes.
that's like a constant fear that at one point a long time ago you fucked up, and that like someone just has to get lucky once, and then he can fuck you over infinitely.
Oh, dude, no, I fucked up big time because I used that old username for so long that some of it leads to some of my ex-girlfriend's old shit too. So she has a fucking hand in this somehow.
Oh, bro.
Like it's so bad. Like I did not leave behind a fucking. I mean, I left behind everything. That's what I was trying to say. I fucking left behind every track I could. Bruh, I hate it looking back on it so much, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
Hopefully, that will be it, because fucking.
Yeah.
I think you went through enough as a person.
The worst docs, and it's kind of like this. The tail ain't too long. I'll try to shorten it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it wasn't a dox. But I had another. Well, I had stalkers growing up. I've had some weird stalkers that found my location. But I think the worst one. It wasn't a stalker. It was a friend of mine that she had a stalker. This really weird dude she met out of state at a concert that she had a one night stand with. And this guy was so infatuated with her that he moved cross state to live here and get to know her more.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll never forget, like I just got my apartment
Yeah.
and we're hanging out one night and he's like all over her ass and she's like, I don't know how he's following me. I think he like got into my Facebook to get my location. And he's like, yeah, I know where you're at right now. And she's like, what the fuck? And I looked at that and I'm like, oh, like that moment, like I fucking got furious because I'm like, not only are you putting, like, not I know she didn't intend to, but not only is he putting me in danger, but he's putting everybody in my apartment complex in danger, just flexing that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like knowing location. Why do they want to? Oh, the stalkers for me, it was just old like, you know, grade school, early high school puppy love shit, where it went from just having a crush to just not leaving me alone. Like I had people that literally would walk past my house. This one chick walked past my house constantly because she wanted to get to know me, but she just looked at me through my window instead. It was very weird. But yeah, no, the guy that flexed to have my like location was so oh, it's infuriating. I did get to see him face to face, by the way, and that made it even better knowing that I could, like, if anything went down, this guy is literally within walking distance. But nothing bad happened there. It's just I always hate the whole, oh, I know where you live. I was like, all right, I
Yes.
have my address right here. I don't need help with my address. I love that meme. I know where you live.
I
I know.
I know where you live. Yeah, I know it too, dumbass.
Yo, bro, bro, do you have an admin in here? Yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say.
Nathaniel's here. Thanks, Nathaniel.
Thank you. I saw that. What if I follow?
Wanna be
funny.
famous?
Oh, shit.
Dude, I remember there was this one stream, where I had like 20 million bots show up and they just filled my entire chat with wanna be famous, and I remember at the time it was just me and Nathaniel. It was like 2 views, and the entire chat was just, "Hey, wanna be famous? Hey, wanna be famous?" Sadly,
That
that stream is lost to time, but when it happened, it was really funny.
reminds me, ever since I've been uploading videos more, I occasionally get bot comments
Yeah.
that just type down like they type down shit like hold on, they go like then they go this. They go like this. They just type that, and then put a random timestamp in my video. Sometimes they'll put a timestamp that does not exist and go over the time frame. It's just weird. I don't understand how those bots work.
It is weird. I don't get bots. I feel like I'm old now, because when I was younger, God bless, when I was 12 years old, I fucking knew everything about bots. I was like, oh yeah, this bot is made because the person that made it want this and that and that. But now whenever I see a bot, I'm just mildly confused unless it tells me exactly what it wants me to do.
Dude, in fucking in high school, on the old messaging service fucking Kick when that came out, I'll never forget. A friend of mine added a fucking the meet sexy singles in your area bots, like the girl bots that clearly were after guys for money.
Yeah.
He added one to a group chat as a joke, and like 2 weeks later, they responded like as a real person for once, like, yo, what the fuck? And we're like, what? And he's like, dude, fuck off, and leaves the chat. And my friend Joseph goes into his DMs, and he's like, hey, yo, are you're real? Yeah. How do you think I make money? And then blocked him after that. like, so the fact that there's the idea that there was a bot out there, or there have been bots, unironically, like, controlled by a human to some extent, is very fucking funny to me. Oh my god.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite thing to see happen when you see someone like saying the same shit over and over again, and then when something happens, it's just a real dude responding. He's like, "Yeah, no, this isn't a bot. It's just me. Sorry, I'll stop messaging you."
Or my favorite was when the TF2 spin bots were going on, and some guy's like, "Oh my god, this fucking sniper's hacking," and his response was, "Your mom sucked my dick through my jorts," and it was the funny.
Dude, Team Fortress 2 got like fucking ripped apart. There's only
No,
hackers on it now.
it sucks. I actually had a friend that was interested in TF2, one of my coworkers, and I'm like, "Yeah, we'll play TF2." God bless Khalif, man, because as soon as he got into the game, someone not only stole his username, but kicked him. And the thing is, 30 people kicked him. This game only had 12 people. And he's like, fuck this game. I'm never playing it again. And I'm like, bro, please, it's good. I swear.
I remember playing Team Fortress 2 and just getting banned off every single server I joined. That was my favorite like thing that kept happening to me. Uh, dedicated servers are fucking weird.
They are.
Valve Games. Valve Games. I never went on a server that wasn't like made by Valve or myself. That wasn't like the weirdest shit on the fucking planet. I remember there was this one server on Team Fortress 2. I went on and there was just ponies everywhere. I was like, oh man, I really did it this time. And I play as engineer in the the sentry, not the sentry, the dispenser. It starts like doing a MIDI, My Little Pony song.
Oh, by ponies, you meant ponies. My
Yeah.
bad. My brain. I'm so old. My brain defaulted ponies like, oh, but like a horse theme, like they're horse, like
No,
the horse
no.
girls. But no, you meant My Little Ponies. All right.
It fucking started screaming this song at me, and I was like, oh man, because I used to do the trick where I put like the sentry in front of me and then the dispenser next to me to do a sentry level 3.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had this song like in my ear the entire time, and it felt like I was going crazy. It was just,
Oh.
it was a MIDI too. It was like it sounded so bad.
It's so. Once, damn it, you got me on another tangent. 'Cause as soon as you said pony, and then I realized My Little Pony, I'm like, oh my god, that nothing, nothing was untouched in that community. I'll never forget when I found a like parody of the Metal Gear Solid 3 logo with a pony, Big Boss saluting, and I'm like, get this shit off my screen right now.
I,
Nothing was untouched.
I remember I saw this one documentary about this one Reddit event that was called like the pixel art thing. Forget what it's called. It's like everyone could place one pixel of color every like 5 minutes. So part of it was like the bronies, they did something, and then they started doing alliance with each other, and like every group wanted their design to stay on the board and never leave. So you had like an entire Discord server just dedicated to that stupid event. And I was like, this is a really cool documentary I'm watching. This is a really cool thing that happened. But this is like a bunch of nerds doing something stupid on the internet. It shouldn't
It,
be
it,
as cool as it is.
It shouldn't. Also, I mean, they did an MLP Phoenix Wright thing too. Made sequel even. Really, holy shit! Reminds me of the time someone died and they went. This dead person. Wait, what? This was dead person's pony. Please don't sexualize it. Oh my god! Didn't stop any. Once you announce they're dead and they have an OC on the internet, and listen, if you don't announce it, if you don't acknowledge the fact they have an OC, and you just say, "Oh damn, rip fucking Bob" or whatever. But if you say, "Hey, please don't sexualize their OC, they're dead," bro, you already lost the game. Like, people will see that and have that as an invitation to fucking do it, and I lose my shit every time.
Every time someone goes, yeah, you're not allowed to sexualize this person because of X and Y, the next day, Twitter is just flooded with this one character. I'm pretty sure this is like bug exploit, but in real life.
The fucking Samsung girl. They're not using her anymore because the internet fucking blew up about her. That is so funny.
Dude, I hate this Samsung girl so much. She's so.
All the cosplayers came out and were fucking pulling out the black shirt with the Samsung logo in Sharpie fucking scribble.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The Streisand effect, yeah.
It is the Streisand effect. For the people who don't know, Streisand was Alright, never mind. I was going to make a joke, but if I finish this joke, I am going to get banned off Twitch.
Damn it to me later on. I want to hear this joke now. So they stopped using it. Yeah, they really stopped using it. It's so fucking funny though. My god.
The first time I saw the Samsung girl, I was like, oh yeah, this is fucking Momo, but without her crow feet.
Yeah.
And the second time I saw it, I was like, damn, this girl's fucking basic as hell. She's wearing jeans, and that's it. That's her only feature.
That it was just really funny to see the. I love the memes where it's like Samsung stock goes up. I'm literally buying a Samsung phone right now as we speak. Like everybody, that shit was funny.
To be honest, they should have went like, we are epic, and we accept the fact our OC, because that's what it is. Our OC has been taken by the internet, because Apple. Okay, you're going to love this. This is going to wrap everything up in a pretty bow. Apple doesn't allow anything sexual on their platform at all. Which, if you want to get an app on the App Store, the Apple Store, like we call it in the hood,
yeah,
you need to remove anything sexual. Tumblr wanted to get on the the Apple Store. So they banned not safe for work. So all the people.
That's why they did it?
Yes, all the people from Tumblr went to Twitter.
This did wrap up in a nice bow. I mentioned this like earlier about the Tumblr exodus, and here we are.
Yeah.
It goes full circle. I didn't know that. I actually did not fucking know that.
Samsung should have gone, yeah, we don't care about sex, unlike Apple. Go ahead, we're epic. But for the fucking pussied out.
They fucking did. Like
SMH.
that, they literally would have won the game. They would have won the game. People, listen. People underestimate the depravity of internet people, and people would have bought these fucking Samsung phones if they knew they had little Samsung Sam and their little phones to help them out. Oh my god.
Dude, I want to ask you. This isn't part of the question I wanted to ask you, but before we get to the big topic I want to talk with you about.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Elon Musk, since we're on the topic of Twitter?
Elon Musk is a very interesting man. I do not claim he is the almighty-based god, as many people would like to praise him to be.
Yeah.
But he's an enigma. For one, he fucking made a multi-trillion-dollar company, or billion, whatever the fuck. I'm saying trillion for the over-exaggeration, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was close. Got his hairline back. A fucking dated emo goth girl. Made very funny car. Put his car on ship. Sent it to space. He built a funny tunnel underground. Sold flamethrowers. I don't know how to put it. It's like he's trying to have a balancing act.
I'm going to be real here, and I'm not saying this in a way that I'm like, yeah, I am smarter than this guy, but every single one of his invention that he has made has had like a massive flaw in it. Like, for example, he had this idea of building a tunnel to go fast under it, right? The thing is, when we build roads, there's a reason why there's a lot of fucking space, because what if someone in the tunnel has a fucking heart attack? Are you going to fucking scuttle next to the wall to get to his car and fucking drag him out?
No,
That's
there's no space.
that's not how it works. But it feels like he has this idea. It's like, oh, this is a cool idea, and instead of like engineering, he just like complete like first draft go, like without thinking
Yeah.
about it.
He's just so he jumps the gun on shit. He's a funny guy. Yeah, he got the big brain. Brain so big his hairline came back, but like I don't know. Like he's just an enigma. I don't praise him as like some almighty fucking
Reddit god.
ubermensch. But like
Ubermensch.
yeah, there's some people who probably would put him in that fucking like he's the ubermensch, the fucking perfect man of humanity. Oh, I just listen. My favorite clip of Elon Musk. If there's one thing of Elon Musk that will forever, that I think should be on like if we were to put a memorial of legends, it's the video of him laughing at the dead deer in the pool, losing his fucking shit. I love how he looks up to the kid. Is this real? Like a fucking kid in the candy store, his eyes glistening. Is this real? Like losing his.
that was a really good bit because no one else was laughing but him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's so funny. It's one of my favorite because it's everything. It's him like, wait, that real? He looks at the camera. That real? Like he. He's that. I love that fucking so much. I also love how one day he goes on Twitter and he's yeah, look up that clip, please, dude. It's so funny. What I love is how he just randomly went on oh my god, Twitter. Yeah, our stocks are too high and the fucking stocks depleted. And some dude pinged him, Elon Musk, fuck you. I lost like 8 mil, and it's the funniest shit. Oh my god. Yeah, so. He's not he's a smart man, but like I don't think he's the smartest in the world. Sorry, it took me forever to describe him.
It feels like he's like more lucky than smart, and I don't want to diss the guy because I'm pretty sure he is smarter than I will ever be, but every time he does something, there's like insane flaws that everyone can see, but he doesn't for some reason. Like when he said, yeah, Bitcoin is the best thing on the planet and you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. That son of a bitch made Tesla and made electric batteries that work better in a document that he called all our patent belong to us. Remember that? Remember that shitty meme from fucking 2009? He made a document that was called that said, yeah, we open now the patent to our car battery because we want to save the environment and we want everyone to use this instead of like fossil fuel, right? And then that piece of shit turns around. We accept Bitcoin now. Bitcoin, the thing that pollutes the world more than like a fifth of the countries on the planet. Like, it's as much electricity used as an entire country. And he's like, yeah, we accept that. It's like, Elon, what is this? Is there an angle we're not seeing? Do you have Bitcoin stock you want to sell at a higher price? What are you doing, Elon? This is not environmental friendly at all. And he caused a gigantic bubble to happen. And then that bubble turned into people losing their entire life savings on Dogecoin because of Elon.
Dude, don't even get me started
like,
on Dogecoin.
Elon, please, what are you doing? Are you actually smart and like you're doing this on purpose? Or are you fucking stupid and just doing random shit and somehow you managed to become a trillionaire?
I don't get it. These fucking concepts like coins and NFTs. Don't get me fucking started on NFTs.
Oh, dude.
It is so stupid.
I hate NFTs so much.
I am dumbfounded at how people on the internet wake up every day and just find out a way to get free money.
It's insane. I cannot like, and the worst part is that you have like those random assholes who sold garbage for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, being like, oh yeah, well, look how much money I made just selling, like scamming some random stupid person online, Lamau. Most people don't even know what an NFT even is.
I still
Uh,
don't. Every time it's like Dogecoin.
okay,
Every
here,
or any coin.
here's what an NFT is. Inside of a token, so inside of a cryptocurrency, you can have a little space for like a hyperlink, for example, or a file or anything stupid like that. That hyperlink, that's what the NFT is. So you're buying a crypto. In that crypto, you have a link that links you to an image. This means nothing. You're buying the equivalent of someone embedding a meme onto Discord. But people got this idea in their head that if you sold an image as an NFT, you own it. That's absolutely untrue. There is no copyright, there's no patent, there's nothing. And that's the reason why you have people like the dude that made Trollface, for example. He sold an NFT of Trollface because he knows that he still owns it. He just scammed some random dude out of a shit ton of money. And
I am fucking livid. Listen. Same with like cryptocurrency and NFTs. I literally have no idea. Like even now, like cryptocurrencies are like a fucking like enigma to me because I understand it, but then I don't understand it. Once you use the embedding a meme in Discord, once you said that, it all clicked like a fucking monkey putting the puzzle together in my brain, and he's chimping out right now because holy shit, really? This is how we're. Oh my god, I'm so fucking pissed.
This is what an NFT is, and that's why
This is so stupid.
most people are like, so let me get this straight. Instead of sending a meme to someone on Discord and then that person sending you money, you decide to spend the equivalent of an entire household that like in electricity on like 40 years. So you click this button, that's 40 years worth of electricity gone like that. And you spend that energy to create a hyperlink that you're going to sell to a dumbass for a shit ton of money. This is the equivalent of someone going to a forest and fucking setting it on fire and then dancing around it. And then someone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And they go, what? China also pollutes the world? What did I do? Because that's an argument, right? They're like, why can everyone pollute the world but I can't? It's like, you piece of shit. There's a difference between China exporting shit all over the world with boats and you clicking a button and doing as much damage as they're doing. Like, you can just not click the button and save the world.
I just realized, for one, how the fuck did I replace my S's with A's in the chat? I got a new keyboard, so my fingers are fucked. 2, it just hit me. This is the evolution of microtransactions in games. Think about it. Back in like TF2 and Overwatch, like I had a lot of money in TF2. I have spent like I think 3 times over. I remember like oh my god, I think in TF2 entirely I have put $500 in 10 years. now that is surprisingly low than most games in 10 years, but I just thinking, in TF2 like it was still dumb like code. You just bought code on a screen.
Yeah.
But it was a part of the gameplay. You wear it like it just felt like you owned it to some extent. It was linked to an account and everything. Now we're in the next step where it ain't about games anymore. They're trying to find a way to like put like the idea of like, oh, you can buy this goofy thing online and it might give you money, blah blah blah. It's the equivalent of that, but like the risk is higher. Maybe that's a strange way to compare it, but anytime I think of this, like you just said, like NFTs are nothing. They're literally code on a screen, and it just reminded me of like, yeah, my hat in TF2 that's worth $3,000 is a fucking code on a screen, like.
Yeah.
I don't have a $3,000 hat. I fucking wish I'd pay off my car.
It's not even like codes that you can use to do anything. It's literally something you put like in a wallet and then you do nothing with it.
Yeah.
And that's NFTs. This is garbage, pure and absolute garbage. A market that has absolutely no future. It's a borderline a pyramid scheme, and nothing else.
It's just I don't know, dude. It's so oh my god. I hope one day this shit will just fucking disappear.
Yeah, me
Like
too, bro.
I'm really glad I learned to escape the I learned to fucking escape the internet. You know, like I finally I was freed from the clutches of Twitter. I don't use
Oh yeah,
Facebook anymore.
we need to talk about this. This is the next big topic. Tell me, Matt. Tell me more about escaping the internet.
And I lost 63 Impella because one of those. Oh fuck, my bad. Sorry. Damn, that sucks. That's a good car though. My bad. All right. So how I escaped the internet, how I finally learned to release myself from the shackles, because that's the thing. It's you place the shackles on yourself. That's the secret of the internet. You dive in, you go head first. You go down these rabbit holes, and you become infatuated with streamers or people you follow, and it becomes a reliance. It's almost like a replacement for socializing, which I have used before. You know, there was a moment in my life where I was extremely lonely, and I just sucked myself away on the internet back in the day. Um, and there's a moment where you'll just it maybe it hits you because it hit me, and it's also because of personal stuff. Long story short, both me and my roommate did some dumb things during the last few months of our apartment, and instead of talking things over, a lot of shit fell on my end. I had to take care of the bills while he ran off, and I fucked myself. Like I'm not trying to point. I hate pointing fingers. I know I fucked up, but it's just the fact that he was given a slap on the wrist by my friend group. To my perspective, I'm not sure if they really went off on him about it,
Yeah.
but after what I did, I was at first I tried to secretly house somebody in my house because they needed help. They were there. It was during the pandemic. They had nowhere to stay, so I let them in. And after the first week, I got caught, but I talked to my landlord about it, and she was fine. And Sam, you know, he told me it was fine. He came over like the day of my birthday to come pick up some shit and run back to his parents' house. But that's a whole side story. Anyways, after the fallout I had with my friends because of that, because they were mad at me because of what I did, um, I had a breaking point. I really broke down and realized not only did I lose my friend group that I've known since high school and that I was a family to me. You know, we spent holidays together through Christmas parties all the time. Not only did I lose that, but like I don't want to go on the internet anymore because of it, because they were friends with me on other platforms and shit. You know, Twitter and
Yeah.
all that. So other than that, it was also just Twitter changing. You know, the internet changing. There was nothing to laugh at anymore. Everything was taken 10 times serious than
Yeah.
it should have been. I literally just went on my phone and deleted Twitter that night. I just fucking deleted it. I didn't try to go back and restart it because I know after what you have like 90 days to bring it back up or whatever.
Yeah.
I just clapped it. I didn't clap my Facebook because I do have some memories on there and there's like family that I talk to. I deleted the app though. I have had no itch to open it back up. I still have my Snapchat installed just to keep in touch with old friends, and I have memories on there too. But I don't talk on it. The only thing I use is like iFunny and Instagram just for some memes, just some
Yeah. Yeah.
easy content to look at. Other than that, I do not care for anything. I live under a rock practically. Sometimes I'll wake up and I'll find out something happened 2 days ago that I should be extremely caring about, you know, in politics or whatever. But I've reached a point where like nothing really matters. Like not in a bad way. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you know, like fuck life, life sucks. It's just
Yeah. Not.
when you realize the small speck of dirt that we're on in space, and try not to focus on the little things because that's what everyone does. They care about the too many fucking small topics, and
Yeah.
we're in the era of being a victim. No cap. Like I know it probably sounds like I'm gonna try to make some political statement when I say that, but no, I mean in general, everyone is you get more clout, you get more attention when you've been through shit, and everyone's trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Get attention
Yeah.
through virtue shit.
Virtue
So I'm
signal.
yeah, I'm glad I got out.
Yeah,
I ever
you did
once I
good.
had once that hit me, I pulled out, and it's been the greatest decision ever made in my life.
It is it is what the internet has become, because Twitter and Facebook, the problem with it is that they're made to hijack your dopamine in your brain, and uh, the what they wanted to do by doing that is keep people on their website, right? They wanted people to have to go on their website, or else they wouldn't feel good, because the more people use your website, the more money you make. So they did that, but no one could have known that it would turn into everyone hating Twitter but being unable to leave because they're addicted to it, which is a problem that everyone struggles with. But honestly, you're right. I also deleted Twitter off my phone. I did that fucking maybe last year. I deleted Twitter off my phone. I only have Twitter um, on my computer. And the only reason why I didn't delete Twitter completely yet is because I have like a smidge of fame on Twitter now, and I kind of want to write it out, see where it takes me. And
Oh, absolutely.
the moment that it dies, that's it. No more Twitter. I'm fucking deleting it completely, and I'm only using my art Twitter account, which is another Twitter account, which is under another name, that I used to post art and nothing else. And when I say that, I mean I will use the Twitter API to post art, because I don't want anything to do with anyone on Twitter ever again. Because I've just started to openly block anyone that I deemed like not worth my time. I don't even like try to understand what they said. If you say something that's stupid, you're blocked. That's it. There's no
I,
more, no talking.
I don't even try to socialize on the internet as much. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like,
Yeah.
ever since I met like Vivi and the mod team on there, and your gang, and I made my own little server, the Bebop, with some people that I found enjoyable to exist with.
Yeah.
I don't fucking talk to anyone else.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time
that
I
you don't really need to be
I
honest.
did. Absolutely. Like, I don't, and it's been, other than my coworkers, all dude, my IRL friends are in there. Like, two of my fucking managers are in my server. Like, there are a lot of people I genuinely spend time with, and it's good to have that small little group. But
Yeah.
no, like, it's gotten to the point where, like, I just hate socializing online. Me and my friend, my IRL friend Khalif, we were playing Final Fantasy 14 last week, and he's like oh yeah, dude, like, be sure to socialize with guilds and stuff, like, you can get some perks out of that. Now, he also hates socializing, if not more than I do. He's a very, like, isolated kind of guy. But
Hey, Jog.
I do not fucking care, like, so, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? He's like, why, dude? You take me into the perks. I'm like, I do not care about your in-game perks. Everyone around me is an NPC. I do not need to play with them. It probably makes me sound like bigger brain. That's not the goal. I'm just tired
For
of
me,
that kind of shit.
we had Palm Gang, which was the group I used to roll with a long time ago, and we
Oh,
were
I remember that.
and what happened? Did you see Invincible?
Yeah, really fucking good. Good show.
Okay, this is a spoiler for the end, but
Go forward.
what happened? Okay, guys, close your eyes real quick. What happened at the like when he explains what happens on his planet? Okay, imagine that, but on Discord, right? So what we used to do is that the server we all came from had no moderation, no admin, and the only person, the owner, was completely batshit insane. And I'm not saying that in a cute uwu way. I'm saying that in an actual, she was insane. And so
Wait, hold on. Let me hold on just real quick.
yeah.
Hold on.
What?
Look at your Discord DMs real quick.
Yeah, I'm talking about her.
Oh damn! Oh, I didn't
She
know. I didn't know she was that bad. Continue.
she got it really better because of the Discord, ironically. But what happened is that since there was no moderation, no admin, and the owner was insane, the only way to get shitty people out of the Discord was to bully the shit out of them. So what happened is that the only people that managed to stay on the Discord were either people that were insanely chill or people that like naturally like pushed away anyone that was garbage. So by the end of it, the only people on that server were like the best of the best you could find on Discord as a whole. You couldn't find like a better group of people anywhere. And we showed that because whenever we joined another server, we were so like pure. Our friendship was so pure that it would just completely hijack the entire server and it would just become our server again. It's not wholesome in any way. It was more like a hostile takeover. And that group of people, we used to go all around Discord and fucking no one would join us, and we would just lose more and more members. And now we're like at the end of that group, right? Because
Yeah.
we've been like stretched so thin that there's nothing anymore in that group. Like most members are just gone. And because of that, I've been like I've been wanting to completely go missing from Discord since, because just like he was like, what's the point of like trying to find another group of people, because there's never gonna be another group like this one. This one's fucking, it was like the golden age of my time on Discord, and that group is fucking gone now. It's not I still talk to those guys, but we're no longer a group that stays together. So it definitely feels like, yeah, what's the point of of staying on Discord if there's just nothing?
I I've what's funny is before I lost my IRL friends and shit, like I've had moments like that with online people before too. It's funny
Yeah,
because like I'm a very loyalty kind of person in friendships and shit.
yeah,
You know, like I have like I'm there till the end. That's how I rule. I've done. That's the thing. The reason it hurt so bad when I lost my IRL friends due to small drama was that like I put a lot out. Like a lot of them, there were some people that claimed I was very distant, and I was. If like there was a lot of people in the group that it went from people I knew to people that were friends of friends, but they expected me to be just as loyal to them. It was so weird, you know, and it reached a point like, you know, like I moved in that apartment for a friend so we can stay in college. I've lent them money that they've needed when they were going through shit. I've fucking tossed out so many handouts, and when that hits, it's like fuck. Like I became very selfish. I
yeah,
used to be I used to be bubbly, at least as bubbly as the kind of person I can be, outgoing and doing what I can for people. And now I just do not fucking care anymore, and it sucks. It is a very shitty mindset to see in. Um, but recently, um, and I was kind of like this when I was on Vivi's group at first, where like I just kind of felt like, you know, lonely and shit. Even though it's quick to say there won't be things like that anymore, I've gotten lucky, and I've found my little server that I've met some people by chance through the movie night that we posted on Vivi's old place. Like, of course, like not everybody's on there, but there were a few people just from that group that I gauged them pretty well. Like
yeah,
I spent time with them before inviting them, and I picked them up, and I thought to myself, these are the kind of people you want to meet on Discord. The people that are willing to just have fun and not take everything seriously. And it has been the greatest like 8 months in that server I've ever fucking had. We had two hiccups. I don't talk about these as public, but two really weird guys being really fucking creepy towards the girls on there. But other than that, that's the thing. I get rid of them like that. Like I know I sound like a fucking evil dictator, but like if they don't go through my filter, then you're gone. Like I'm sorry, and my filter is not a hard filter to go through. Yeah, they were thirsty as fuck. Orb's been there since it first started. Like they were fucking awkward and weird and just wouldn't fucking let up. And my filter's not even hard to go through. It's just be chill, don't start shit, and bless you, don't start shit,
Thanks.
and don't fucking, I don't know, simp for bitches. I guess that was another random one. Like, or at least anybody there. Don't creep anybody out. Like, I'm very simple, man. I'm just here to have a party. That was my goal. And
I hate relationships like inside of the friend group. They
it's so
they always
it
just
gets
ruin.
nutty.
Yeah, they always ruin everything. If it's like some dude some dude being in a relationship with someone outside the group, sure. But when someone like when the groups are attached, if it's like a messy breakup, it just ruins everything for everyone.
Well, we've gotten lucky. My old high school friends, like there was a few people that dated within the group, but like, I think it's because they were very mature about it.
Yeah,
They kind of just like woke up the next day and just no one talked about it, pretend it never happened, you know?
yeah,
Which is good to have that. Like I feel like I mean it just depends on what kind of people there are, of course.
yeah. It really depends on the kind of people. I feel like people that are immature shouldn't be in the friend group to begin with.
Absolutely.
But
Fuck.
sometimes you just have someone who's like, you know him for a while and he's okay, and then he just shows his true colors and it's garbage. And you're like, shit.
It, that's the suckiest scenario to go through because I've been through that a few times.
Yeah,
And
same,
I had a
same.
friend that I had to just drop because I just couldn't handle it anymore.
Dude, um, I had my friend group from university, not university, like before high school, do that shit to me, where they're like, yeah, friends forever or whatever, and then we all go to uni, and when we go to uni, they're like, they instantly just dropped me, and I was by myself after that. Even though I had other friends who were actually cool that I didn't go to because I trusted those guys, but they fucked me over when we got to university.
I
The,
Ironically, when you talk about school shit, what's funny is I was so cool with my clique that I was invited to go to a better school, and I had stayed behind because I didn't think I'd meet people like that ever again. I don't regret it. I
I,
never
if
never
I
look back and stuff like that with regrets.
if I could go back, dude, I would fucking cheat every exam. I wouldn't go to the same university first of all. I would go to a shitty one, the cheap one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I would fucking cheat all my exams non-stop because the teacher don't care. So I just cheat. 3 years and then I get my fucking bachelor degree. I think that's how it's called. And I'm done. I can get a high paid job at any place I want. But I didn't. I went the good boy road where I actually try my best, which means nothing to anyone.
It's sad, but that's true. Like
It,
not everywhere,
the
but to a very large
yeah,
extent, it is very true. There are some people who really don't give a shit, and no matter what route, like you try to be the best you can and be the most honest you can, you'll still get fucked over because like it's I don't know how to put it. Life isn't an honest game.
it
As
is.
far as I've learned, it's far from an honest game.
I remember. I remember. Bu- 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 when I saw like, I remember thinking like, if you do your best, and like you even if people who do like people who fuck each other over, like they're gonna get in front of you. Like there's no way around it because it's easy to get whatever you want as long as you're willing to fuck everyone over for it. I remember thinking like those guys are gonna be in front of me, sure, but as long as I work hard and I do my best, I should be able to like get to a place where I'm happy to be. And I remember realizing that no, absolutely not. no one cares about how much work you put into the things that you want to do. You're never gonna get any recognition for any of it, and that's like that's horrible to think. And most people, because they want to like not think about that, they usually say things like, um, uh, it's okay if no one cares about, as long as you care about it. It's like still a good thing. But the problem is, there's nothing on the planet that you can actually care about. If you start thinking about anything, you're just going to end up being like, oh yeah, why do I care about this? And then you don't have a reason to care about it. So if other people don't care about it, it's really hard for you yourself to decide, I care about this, because there is no reason to care about anything ever.
But that is why I find what you just described there for me, because I've hit that point of
Yeah,
acceptance. That is what that paradox is what makes me care.
it
Like,
it is often like people say, if you don't like, if nothing matters, then everything matters, which is true, because like, the universe is like so infinitely big, then you should only care about things that are like as big as you.
you're I don't know how to put it. See, it's the way I've kind of like pieced together my own, I don't know how to put it, my form of, I guess you call it nirvana, when in reality it isn't. When I describe this to some people, people ask if I'm okay a lot. Um, when once you finally, and like I used to be religious growing up, I really did. I don't express that to people much, because my family still kind of believes, and I know that make them very fucking down. But no, once you reach that point where you realize, I don't know how to put it. I had a moment where I kind of realized that there most likely is nothing, like, out there, or even after this, you
Yeah,
know. And once you reach that, the point that nothing matters so much that you have to make it matter. You you have to reach out and make something out of nothing. And people say that's impossible but when it comes to the mind, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to trying to find a purpose, like I believe you can. There's ways to do. That's how I did. Like I struggle with depression, and I used to be medicated for my ADHD medicine, and or for my ADHD problems, and it was bad. Like I don't talk about it much. I don't express it to many people, but I have really horrible ADHD. It's very hard to focus on things sometimes,
yeah,
and it brings me down. I cut my medication out because not only was it expensive for my family, but it was holding me back. If I missed one day on it, I my body would go through relapse. I couldn't exist. I acted drunk. I couldn't move. And I'd have horrible migraines. And instead of cutting it cold turkey, I said fuck it, and I cut off. I just cut it off completely, and it has been the greatest decision I ever made in my life, because I don't have reliance on anything like that anymore. Um, my body doesn't crave it, and that's also why I never got checked up. Like I know I'm depressed. It's a thing in my family. My
yeah,
mom's fucking a basket case, and I know I am, like, deep in my fucking heart. Like I should go to a doctor, but it's because I'm very stubborn. I want to try to make something out of nothing and find my own answer. You know. Now that's not the best thing for everybody, of course. Like I know there are some people that need to go. They should go to a hospital. They should do X, Y, and Z, and get help. I'm not telling people to toss out the pills like I did. That's the worst thing to do. I was just desperate, and I was tired of being reliant on it. Um, but I'm just describing how I found my answer. There again, there's nothing. Like once I realize that there is nothing and that it's a fact, you can still try to get something out of it, and never feel like a fraud. Like don't feel like that. Oh well, because I'm telling myself that I can make something out of it. Nothing's real. Blah blah blah. No, you're only a fraud because you tell yourself you're a fraud. It's all in the brain in a way. That's how
yeah,
I've been able to like kind of push away my negative emotions. They're still there. They're always gonna be there. It's kind of like it's kind of like imagine when you're a kid and you fuck up real bad, and it fucks with you, and you're like, oh my god, I'm terrible. I got a fucking F on my test, and you put it in a box. It's very big. You know, you're putting a very big object in a box, and it can't fit in there. You know what I mean? Can't fit in the box.
Yeah.
But as you get older, that box gets bigger. And when you open up that box again, that failure is like the fucking size of a goddamn grain of sand. It's when you realize that like certain things like that, you don't have to carry the weight. That's kind of what I told myself, to try to find something and make something out of nothing. Nothing to some extent. So like that's the thing though. I'm in the same boat as Yuko. Like holy shit, like you know, when you think about it a lot, and all I do is think. There's moments where I just think forever, and it eats away at me. But you have to like stop at some point.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't have anything to add to that. That's exactly how I feel. The one thing that I will say though, it does seem like most of the time doctors give away pills to people who don't really need it. And it's like you take them and then you become dependent on them, especially ADHD medication, because it's like meth. It's Adderall, which is really bad for you.
It is so bad. Listen, when I had my migraines that were really bad, I went to a doctor about it.
Yeah.
She said it's one of two things: either withdrawal or you have a brain tumor. That's how bad they were. I couldn't sleep. I'd be up all night crying, fucking punching my wall. Like I can't. The pain was so bad that if I lashed out and got angry, the pain would subside, because like I don't know, that's how my body deals with pain, I guess. Like when I'm in pain, I get very angry. That's the only way I can kind of like pretend it's not there. And it was bad. It was fucking terrible. So like again, like, you know, I'm not saying that I agree there though. Like there are some people that I feel like don't need it, but again, it's 50-50. Like I don't like saying ignore doctors, because then like that's not true to some extent. You shouldn't constantly like fuck off and run away from that shit. But at the same time, like do what you think is comfortable, and if you're nervous about having that kind of shit, go off it before it becomes reliant. Like I took it for years, from like 4th grade all the way up to high school. And like I needed it at first. I feel like I did, because I was a terrible kid, distracted constantly. Couldn't think of what to do. I still don't know what to do. Jesus Christ. But
it's very hard.
You know, like
it's very hard to know what to do at any point.
It is.
It's like because you don't. There is no goal. There's nowhere to go. You're like in the middle of a point with like a shit ton of road all around you, and you can take any one you want, and you don't have anywhere to go. And it's like, well, shit. Dude, there's nothing to do.
It's better, but to me, in my brain, it's always been better to just move. You know, like, and even if it means there's gonna be nowhere at the end of it. I mean, like, it's what, how do I put it? There to your brain in that moment, and even till the day you die, you might not feel like you have anywhere to go, but on the journey, there's plenty of interactions you're gonna have. You're not, how do I put it? Ironically, I think one of my favorite fucking Berserk quotes is when Guts leaves the Band of the Hawk, he just says it was just a stone I sat at on the road to life. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm never gonna look back.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like life is in general. You're always gonna be moving. You sit at a stone or two. You take a break, stay there for a while, meet a few people, then you leave. Not that it should feel so casual to leave. You know, like I always tell my friends, like I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, like nothing lasts forever. And not to say that in like a bad way as an excuse to not be social, but I always remind people that I'm around that, you know, hey, not sure where I'm going to be in next month, tomorrow, or next week or whatever, but, you know, like, I remind people that every once in a while, because just anything can happen. And I'm not even talking like death, I'm just being like, when you, I don't know, it's like me deciding to leave my old friends behind.
Yeah.
They were all mad at me. No one really exiled me, but I kind of picked up what they were putting down. Like, their anger was clearly like, don't come back.
I can
so
relate.
I pulled out. I pulled out heavily, and it's at first it hurt, but I've become very content with being alone, even relationship wise. You know, like I've had my fair share of like, I guess you can call them like puppy love high school relationships, but like I'm just gonna be honest, none of mine like I don't mind. Like, this isn't anything to hide, dude. I am fucking 24, never fucked once, and I'm living the best day of my life. I'm not. I'm not constantly sitting pondering like, oh my god, I'm never gonna fuck. Oh, blah blah blah. I'll never
It's
be with anybody.
sex is definitely something that people keep overhyping, but
It's
it's like nothing at all.
I mean, like, it's not. Everyone says like, oh, you haven't lived till blah 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 or whatever. But like, I hate hearing that because it's just like,
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, I'm happy now. Like, do I need to be happy doing anything else? If it comes my way, it comes my way. But I just run away from chicks. I don't want to be with anybody. I am so adamant of not being in a relationship when I've had moments that I could be, but I just don't have an interest. Like, I mean, of course I love titty. Who doesn't love good titty? But I just do not.
it's more
I
the
just
it's more the person that they're attached to that can
Yes,
sometimes be a
yes, there
problem.
it is. It's
Because
the person they're attached to.
you don't really have a problem with women or whatever. It's just that people outside are so fucking awful. This is like,
Absolutely.
why would I bother with like a person that I will obviously hate to do something that means absolutely nothing to me? Instead of just doing nothing at all, and then if it happens, sure. Because like, I feel like sex is just something that has been extremely overhyped because life is just like so empty of meaning that they took like the one thing that makes you feel the most amount of uh, dopamine, sex, and they're like, oh yeah, this is like, if you don't do that, then you're not like happy ever.
That also, I was in the same boat there. It's weird because like, I just I remember how family teased me constantly for years about how I never had a girlfriend before, and they just don't accept that I wasn't interested in people. We know what's funny? My dad told me he's proud of me because when he was 18, 19, he had a kid. He had a fucking kid, like my oldest brother. My dad had a kid really early, and a few days ago he's like, you know what? I'm proud of you. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you did not go out there ASAP. And I'm like, awesome, cool, great. There's one thing on my list of shit to be proud of. Alone. But no, like I'm very comfortable with it. I don't, because like I don't know how to put it. Maybe it's just the way I was growing up. Like, you know how everybody had their like moment when they were like 8 and they looked up titty on Google. Um, and then they finally, I didn't have that till I was like 13. So at a young age, I didn't discover porn or some shit. Not only that, but it was just very casual in my fucking house. I remember like just playing Final Fantasy X and Titty was on the screen, and my mom was like, "I don't fucking care as long as no one's dead." And my brain put that with, "Oh, okay, so I guess it's not abnormal to see Titty." So I feel like I'm literally being rewired, because like I don't care about sexual shit or anything. I'm like a broken fucking robot, because like I literally my literal existence is I go to work, I play my video games, I video edit, and I go to bed. I don't do anything else.
I,
I
I used to live this life too when I was in uni because my university was like 2 hours from my house. So I woke up at 4 a.m., took a shower, then took the train, metro, or subway, and then I reached my school. I stayed there all the way, like from the sunrise all the way to sunset, and then I go when I reach home, I just go to bed instantly, because I don't have any energy anymore. There's like no time left in the day. And then I look back on that and I'm like, of course I fucking snapped and stopped going to school. How did I even manage to make it past one day?
Yeah, holy fuck.
And it's like, they used to make us, what they used to do is that they would give us 2 hours, right? So you have 2 hours in the morning and then 2 hours at night. And in the middle, there's nothing. And it's like, bitch, I live 2 hours away from here. What am I supposed to do? Fucking go home and then instantly come back because this is 4 hour travel? It's like, we don't give a shit that it's inconvenient to you because we don't care if you make it or not. Just fucking figure it out, dick.
I will say, dude, talking about school and shit, I know your school experience sounds like a fucking mess, but
It,
I
it
I'm
was hectic.
I'm I miss my high school just because of how much of a fucking comedy it was. Like I think I showed you the video where that guy's taking a shit in the stall, and the fight goes into the stall, and he gets up from the stall mid shit while a fist fight's happening. It's on Reddit. It's so. My school was a goddamn fucking playground, um, and I only think back just because of how much bullshit you can get away with there. Oh my god. Like I remember I think the worst prank that we had there was the seniors putting like super glue on what was it, they put super glue inside the locks, and for like 4 hours our classes were canceled because like the whole entire second floor was just glued locks. All the locksmiths had to come in and replace them. Um, it and dude, my principal was goofy as fuck. Did I tell you there was one time? Oh yeah, that's saved on Discord. There was one time I had a I so senior year, freshman year, I fucked up because my physical science courses, I snuck out behind the school and just played on my DS. I did not fucking care for freshman year, so I had to retake a freshman year class in senior year. So I'm just sitting here with a bunch of freshies. I'm like the fucking biggest, oldest fucking man in the room. It was really awkward, but I'm just sitting, and the fucking principal walks in. He rubs his hands and he says, "Ooh, fella is winter. Ooh, fellas, say it's really nice and toasty, ain't it? It's almost like crawling back into your mother's womb." And I dropped. I literally was like, "What?" Like he just came in here and like I don't know. That was just the like next to that and the whole fuck party at my high school. That didn't actually happen. He found like pamphlets that said fuck party, second floor bathrooms. And when he did find out about those, he went on a stage, grabbed the mic, and he's like, "Heard y'all having a fuck party," and fucking screamed that shit through the halls. But dude was on a new level, and the whole like, oh, I bet it's as good as climbing in your mother's womb. I was like, what the fuck is this man on? Uh,
he
like American high schools are a joke. I'm sorry, dog. Like, holy shit.
it's
Like, take it easy, Guardian.
the oh shit, Guardian leaving. See you later,
He
guard.
must leave.
See you later, Gory D. School for me was always really hectic. It's been an absolute and complete nightmare since day one.
I feel like I couldn't survive in any other schools. I'm I'm so used to the tomfoolery. Like it was just trolling every day. Every fucking day was. I remember there was a fist fight that happened at lunch. These two fat guys are really getting into it, and I'm trying to remember how the story went. Either one of them slapped the chicken nuggets out of their hand, or in between the fight, someone spilt chocolate milk on some kid's nuggets, and you faintly hear over fists flying, "My chicken nuggets!" like fucking loud, while two fat guys beat the shit out of each other. Of course, it was over food. Lol. Yeah, dude. Like I like my school literally sounded like the 4chan. Like
Oh
oh man, I
man.
can't say it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. The classic great text stories. That
Green
kid,
text.
the kid who uh all right. Here's the last topic for tonight. Okay. Talk to me about your YouTube channel and like uploading once a week.
Or at least trying to. I
Yeah.
stopped that recently, but for the first like, I mean, I'm still frequent. I don't think I've missed a beat. I think the longest between an upload was 3 weeks, but for about like 2 months, maybe three straight. I want to say 2 months. I don't want to give myself too much credit. I uploaded one week, one video a week, and at first it was starting off pretty good. I feel like there's I'm my own worst critic. There's a lot of videos I edit and I upload, like even the Left 4 Dead video. I sometimes look back on that and I'm like, I could have made this so much better. The intro could have been a
It
better
was,
bit.
it
Like
was a good video. I liked it.
I feel every time I finish a video, I'm just like I missed something, because I'm always thinking of new ways to edit something in there. Um, but no, it just I stopped. I took a break. I just took 1 week break because I was getting burnt out. There was one video I like, not low key, but like I was on autopilot, finished it in a day, uploaded it, looked back, and I'm like, the fuck is this? I made this. I let this happen? Like the fuck? And I was getting burnt down, so I stopped. Also, Orb, you're gonna hear something in here because I feel terrible. Me and Orb's recent video playing Gundam Maxi Boost on, we planned this way back in the day, like 4 months ago. He bought me the fucking game. Absolute
Way back
goated
in the
man.
day.
Absolute goated man was like, "Oh, you're interested here," and I felt terrible because I'm like, "Fuck, I know this is gonna be somewhere. This is gonna be tossed in the back burner for a second." We finally make the video 4 months later. Like, I know how my brain works, where I always think of like ideas quick and I add it to a list. Literally, like Mac and Pip were playing fucking Battle Block Theater on the friend server, and I'm like, "Oh, do you want to do Battle Block video? It'd be great, it'd be awesome." And it's on the list, and my brain's like, "When am I gonna make this video?" Like, I'm constantly recording, editing, and trying to find ways to innovate how I edit, and but I want to do it without advertising. Like, I don't want to be. I advertise on my Instagram where I used to do voice work, because I know not everybody wants to see me for game stuff. They like my voice work there, but there's some people that do. That did cross over from Instagram to YouTube to check out my shit. But I just hate being that guy that just goes around. Oh, look at my Fortnite for the Nintendo Wii video. Lol W. Like, it sounds so. I don't know. Like, advertising is just so unattractive. Like, not. There's a
Yeah.
difference between like, hey, just passing by. Here's my content. LOL. And then there's a difference between like, oh, bro, like, subscribe, comment, blah blah blah.
I've
I hate
always when I was a kid making videos, I always hated the like, comment, and subscribe and favorite and share. I always hated that, so I never ever asked people to fucking like, comment, subscribe. Even on Twitch, I never asked people to follow me even
Same.
because
Same.
I just hate that.
Out of the few streams I've done, I'm just like, I don't like that's so hard for me to stream. Like that's the thing. Like, streaming is fun. Like, it's fun to watch, and I'd imagine with a big audience, it's fun to do.
Yeah.
But I've always equated making YouTube videos and streaming, and this is probably the worst comparison, but hear me out, to Subway and Penn Station. Penn Station is like my favorite fucking roasted sub place of all time. Subway, you go into Subway, it's very long, the line's long. You pick out what you want. They're very slow with it. They're never correct with it. And after you pick out your favorite parts of the sandwich you want, and you finally get your funny sandwich, that's like waiting through a Twitch live stream. Like, not now, I'm not saying all live streams are shit. But there's so many live streams like I've taken chances on and sitting through, and I'm just like, damn, where's the funny? Like, I'm just like, give me the moment. So that's what a stream is like to me.
It
But
it is
then
the
but then, like, you got Penn Station, and that's why I make videos. With the YouTube video, I record a session and I pick out the funny and I give it to you. It's cooked, ready to order. You know what I mean?
dude. Okay, hear this out. When I was a kid, and this is a story that I hold dear to my heart, right here. When I was a kid, I used to make YouTube videos, right? And what I
Yeah.
used to do is that I used to record 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, and then edit it down to like 10 minutes. And those 10 minutes I would upload to my YouTube channel, thinking, silly me, thinking that people would be like, oh yeah, this is all the funny in the video. But at the time, the only thing people said to me was that, yeah, this video is too short, and like, why does it keep cutting all the time? Like, this video is shit. We don't want to watch it. And as a kid, that broke my heart. I was like, ah, I put so much work into this video, and you don't like it. And then some other guy did the exact same shit I did, and everyone loved his video. And I was like, this is infuriating. And I stopped. Because of that, I still don't want to edit my YouTube videos anymore. Like, I hate editing as a whole.
It's so demoralizing. Like,
It is.
you gotta expect you're putting something on the internet, not everyone's gonna like it. That's what I told myself back on my old YouTube channel from years ago. But I remember making like a Minecraft Let's Play, and it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't to capitalize on the popularity. Me and my friends just started a new world, and I thought it'd be very funny if I just captured some funny moments. Instead, I got this was like years before my doxing, but I think the worst I ever got in forms of attention was a shitload of people just shitting on me for doing a Minecraft video. Like I'm talking like I got my ass ate publicly, like just fucking for making Minecraft videos. People were going on my shit commenting, and it's so funny because now Minecraft's the new thing. Minecraft's the new shit. Everyone and their mom Minecraft Mondays, plus SMP, but
Yeah,
nah, fucking like 7 years ago you did a Minecraft video, you got fucking shit. You got
yeah.
destroyed,
Oh,
dismantled.
you're a baby. You make Minecraft. Hmm.
It's so fucking I don't know, dude. That's why also like all my videos are kind of like lowbrow, I guess. Like I don't have anything professional. One of them is a fucking impact font meme of Solid Snake with a gun saying you can't kill a gamer. Like I don't like that's the other thing too. I feel like my production of my thumbnails and shit represents what I'm aiming for. Like, you know, I feel like I tried making an Among Us airship video just to capitalize on like, oh, new airship. I think it'll be very cool. Maybe I can get some views. Who knows? I called it air shit moments. Because of that, I got no traction. Like that's literally it. But I don't care. It's for the craft. I I think if there's one thing that actually sucks about YouTube, and I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of my friends have gone down the VTuber route lately, which is great. I'm extremely happy for them, and would I want to see them grow. But I feel like because I don't VTube, I can't do anything with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I get it.
I feel like I don't fit the mold. Like I'm not trying to make a brand or a name for myself like they are.
I, g-
So doing
I
anything with
feel
me is
I feel
side shit.
I feel the absolute same way, dude. I think that as a VTuber, I'm pretty shit. Like all around
I
garbage.
mean, you have a fucking model. You're putting work in, dude.
Nah, I, I
I
c-
don't got anything.
if I hadn't been as shit as I was, I would be like so much more further away. But I have so much problems with the VTuber quote unquote community, starting with the fact that I absolutely despise community as a whole. I have so many problems with them that I'm just like, ah shit. I really don't wanna I really don't wanna be affiliated to them in any way. Even though if I had just like shut up and taken upon myself to actually like talk to other VTubers, I would be much further. I would probably have like more followers on Twitch and Twitter. But I don't know. I cannot stand people anymore. Everyone's so shit all the time. It's really hard to not lose your mind after a while.
Oh, absolutely. It I don't know. It's just
It's like
it's weird.
it's like Discord is always the same shit constantly, to the point where whenever someone talks to me, half of the time I know exactly what they're going to say before they even say it, because everyone says the same shit so much. You're just like, oh yeah, you're just going to say that, and I know you're going to say that. It's like, oh man.
It really do be. We really do be in a simulation.
We really do be. There's
Uh,
I remember there was this one guy. There's this one thing that constantly happens on Discord. This is the classic bait and switch, right? What happens on Discord is then you say something, like you disagree with someone or something or whatever, and then someone joins and asks you to explain exactly why you hate that thing, right? So you're like, oh, okay, you explain why you don't like that thing, and then the person will take like your weakest argument in everything that you've said, and they will go, yeah, well, this right here, this is wrong, okay? This is wrong. So you never talk about this subject again because you are wrong and I am right. And that pattern of events happens all the time. It feels like I'm going crazy because everyone keeps doing the same shit over and over again. Voss warned me about that and I didn't listen.
That is why I don't interact on Discord as much anymore. Like I have the people I care about enough and
The,
love enough to
yeah, exactly.
interact with, spend time with, and do things with. Like, but after that, that's it. I mean, they come first. They're my Discord friends are as important to me as my online or my blah, 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 my IRL friends, and I mean that. Like it,
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
so many people like take for granted the interactions on here that you have, and like I get it. It's the nature of the internet that you're gonna meet a lot of people, and some of those people might just disappear.
Yeah.
That's very. So when you find a group of people that want to interact enough with you, even if it's just every other day of the week, even if it's when they can, even if it's like fucking once a month, the fact that somebody hits you up is enough for that. And I'm talking also like direct interaction. It's especially during times like this with Corona and shit.
Yeah.
That shit kept me sane. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember like when I lost my apartment, I just moved in back here and was just sad constantly.
Thank,
Sucked.
thank God for Discord, dude. I would have gone insane.
That's why I did. I actually okay. Movie nights did not spawn on VVs because of fucking Corona. I wanted to do it since we opened the place, but no one really had the time or proper way to do it. I got lucky, and my recent job schedule allows me to get off early on Fridays, so I did it out of spite because we had a Halloween movie night once, and some fucking 35 people. I'll never fucking forget you. I wish I had your names. All voted the Pee Pee Poo Poo Man, which was the Bye Bye Man movie, and that movie sucked cock. So I was like, "Fuck this!" I made a ping, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all want to watch a good movie? Meet me up this Friday. We're watching The Thing." Fuck you. I was pissed. I think I've never actually been as angry as I was when like fucking the Bye Bye Man got picked. Oh my god. So yeah, this all exists out of spite. This was never to be wholesome. Dude, spite. You voted for that. Fuck you, Ward. Spite will get you far, dude. Like I'm not even joking. If there's something that is so powerful, um, in the world, it is spite, because that will push you and motivate you to go far beyond that you ever thought you would.
The preach, dude. For real.
Never have too much of it, but know when to use it, if you know what I mean.
Dude, I am a being of absolute pure rage. I hate people so
Hey,
much.
hey, I think this isn't a problem to admit on a live stream in public. Um, okay, so maybe I told you this before, but I just think it's very funny looking back at when we all first met. When you were on VV's, bro, I'll never forget when like because you were a very rambunctious child is a good way you were how do I put it, you were interested in a little bit of tomfoolery is the best way to describe you.
I was,
And
I was a schizo,
you were
unhinged.
unhinged. Yes, unhinged, absolutely. And I remember when like half the mod team was like, I want this guy fucking gone. And I used to be one of those. And if it wasn't for Vivi giving you chances and like getting to know you personally, because she didn't fight with us, but she had to talk with us every day. I just remember going like, one day I snapped and I'm like, I'm sick of it, dude. He just chased somebody out the server. Looking back though, I didn't realize how good it was you chased that person out because they were not what they said to be. But I just remember in that moment, it is so funny looking back how like day one there was a shitload of people, including myself, who wanted you out of there. But now here we are 2 years later, and you're like one of the nicest fucking people I've ever met in my goddamn life. Holy shit.
I always I was worst first impression. It's always been that way.
But I will say, dude, like I'm not even joking. You performed unintentionally, without you knowing. You performed one of the greatest redemption arcs of all time. Oh my god, it's my favorite success story.
I remember posting in VV, and every time, and I remember VV called me a shitty person barrier, something like that. Because every time someone was shitty, I would just instantly get into a fight with them. And then and then after like a few days people would realize, wait a second, that person is a piece of garbage.
I'll never forget. So when I'm on for V's, I don't really tell people this, but some like I met V before she got big. Like I see V as a very close personal friend. Like we're
Yeah.
not like that, but like we're tight. You know, like
Yeah.
we know each other a lot. And I'm odd for her just because we're good friends. So I'm willing to do anything I need to. And I remember like occasionally I'd mod behind the wheel or in the middle of a job. And I remember one time at my old job, I was on the roof doing some shit at the building, and I'll never forget just sitting on the roof, looking at my phone. You, Tara, and fuck who I know,
Chip.
we're arguing about like nuclear power, and I'm just sitting here, like in the hot summer day on this roof, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Can they
I,
take this elsewhere? And I remember like people going like, hey, yo, can you try to calm down, General? Like it's just about nuclear power now. And I go back to General, and it's just everyone and their mom arguing about if nuclear power is good to use or not. And it was just a big shit show. I'll never fucking forget that.
I will never forgive the people of the VV server for this fucking night, because I said that nuclear power is just going to buy us more time, because we're gonna run like short of us taking over the sun, like building a gigantic mirror around it to harness its power. Short of that, we're going to run out of energy in like 2 years tops, because people keep pointing at the fact like, oh yeah, this thing, if we put it in a nuclear facility, we're going to be able to like power the entire world. It's like, bitch, do you understand how this world works? If we have more energy made from nuclear power, we're just going to build machine that demands more energy, because there's like no point perfectioning the technology we already have. We're just gonna build bigger and bigger technology, and we can barely make a battery that holds like a charge. We cannot put like all the energy we're making with nuclear power into batteries. So even if we don't use all the energy, most of it's gonna be fucking lost. And that was my point. And everyone on the server was like, oh wait, Kupip doesn't understand nuclear energy? And I was like, no, I know what nuclear energy is. I know what fission and fusion is. Listen to what I'm saying instead of just assuming. And then at one point, Tara pulled a fucking chart that was like, oh yeah, look how many people died to get coal, and look how many people died to get nuclear power. And I remember calling him like a stupid asshole. It's like, what does that have to do with anything?
I remember that part.
And he's like, oh yeah, don't read the thing, dude. And I was like, I read it. It means nothing. Stop.
Oh my god, there's so much shit like I miss about the old place. I'm glad that everything's a lot more controlled in our current place, which we're focusing on big time. But dear God, the shit shows in the cool kids are iconic.
That argument was me versus every single person on the server.
It was so fucking funny.
It went to the point where I genuinely I don't usually get angry, but that day I got so fucking mad at everyone.
Like, oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
I think I ended the argument with, you guys are just dicks, and then I left.
Yeah, I do. Yes. And you guys are just dicks, and you fucking leave. Oh my god. Oh,
you don't let me explain. You don't listen what I have to say. You just assume that the world is perfect. The fucking world is getting destroyed with fossil fuel, and every single company on the planet still uses fossil fuel. Fucking China still uses coal, and you come to me, my little person, my little self, this man that I am, and you tell me nuclear power is the fucking answer to our problem. It's totally not gonna get taken advantage of like everything else on the planet. No. Of course
I still
not.
love the guy who made a car that ran on fucking water and he disappeared.
Oh yeah, he got shot. He got killed instantly.
Wait, I thought it was different. He went to go like out to lunch with somebody, and while he was eating, he just dropped dead.
Yeah, he died. He died like that, instantly.
What's funny is that same week he was like, "Hey, if anything happens to me, you know." That's what he
Yeah.
told somebody.
Yeah, exactly. His patent, it expired a little while ago, and most people are like, yeah, this technology is not real. It's like, did you even look at the thing?
Then we can get fossil fuel, like Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted the whole fossil fuels from algae shit, which at the time I think it was being studied anyways, but it wasn't until like sometime after that game came out.
Oh
Um,
man.
it became a more natural, and no one's using it. Listen, dude, like I ain't trying to fucking suck a Deo Jumbo's cock over here, but listen, motherfucker predicted everything happening in Metal Gear Solid 2. Have you played it? Do you intend on it?
I haven't played it, and I don't think I'll ever play it though. Sadly.
Cool. I'm just gonna fucking tell you. At the end of the fucking game, Raiden finds out that the colonel he was talking to is not real, and who else was on his wife that was on the codec is also not real. It was an AI created by the government, and what this AI does is that it filters the information that humans make and attempts to oh wait, shit, you're still in the middle of it. Oh no. Oh no, Orb, you just typed it. You just typed it. Oh no. Fuck Orb. Well, oh shit. Orb, I'm so sorry. You just came in at the wrong time. Listen, you'll okay, my bad. Oh my god. But besides, without I shouldn't have probably put those two in context. But anyways, the AI runs our information through a filter because there's too much junk data, and because of that junk data, they can't determine what's real or not.
Yeah.
And that's the equivalent of everybody on the internet tossing their opinions and facts out there as logic, and fake news piling up constantly.
Yeah.
The internet does not know what to do with it anymore. So we have people like even AIs are proven to just sift through data like that, and they selectively pick which is the best one to toss out to the public as truth. The way the game described it as we pick out the convenient half truths, while everybody else picks their pawns and sits in their echo chambers, and they believe what they want to believe. And this was written in like '99. It didn't come out until like 2001. And that was in the earliest days of the internet when everything was just the goofy funny.com bubble, and the idea that this literally predicted where we're living right now is fucking creepy to me. My man Kojumbo really do be from the future.
He do be knowing. The information age has really poisoned people's because people are fucking stupid, and to expect anyone to be smart, even with like now you have all the information you could ever want to have, real information like on Wikipedia for example, and people still choose to be stupid. So I really think there's no hope for humanity.
I will say, as cool as Wikipedia is, and I'm not trying to claim it not a legit source. The only issue though is that let's say hypothetically, in an alternate universe, Wikipedia is like the greatest source of information of all time. It's the greatest collaborative effort, and is won like quadrillion Nobel Prize awards or whatever the fuck. But the issue is anyone can edit it. So due to that, like just the idea of that, the idea of like a world archive existing that anyone can walk in and just rip a page out of and put their own page in, is like transformative history, and we don't know what's what. Like, I know Wikipedia is a lot more controlling now,
Yeah.
obviously, but just like the hypothetical, like just an alternate reality where like Wikipedia is the world's archive, but it gets edited daily, and we don't know what our history is anymore. Granted, that's life now. Did you see the fucking history books in Texas that were made like in 2020, where they claimed that slaves weren't real and they were just people that helped out? It's so fucking insane, dude. It is so insane.
The thing is, there's a lot of fucking history that everyone knows about. Okay, here's my argument, right? If God Himself opened heaven, took the holy book with Jesus attached to it, and allowed him to descend down into earth in front of it, like in the middle of New York. If that shit happened, people would still like argue that God doesn't exist.
Oh, I know. It's like what we were talking about earlier in that other VC
It's like
of the
the bro
missing
moment.
cases and shit.
It's like the bro moment and a half right there. But people are fucking stupid. Like for example, here's another big example. That's the worst one that I can think of right now. People believe that the Nazis were white supremacists, right? Like they believe that um, the Nazis wanted the good for white people. That's not true at all. The Nazis hated Polish people, and those guys are white. Like you don't have more white than those guys. And
Yeah.
they went to their country. They destroyed everything. What the Nazis believed in is race purity. And what race purity is the most flawed concept on the planet because incest. It's like
Absolutely.
you take every person that from one race, quote unquote, because those also change all the time. You take all the people from one race and you put them like in their country, and they're not allowed to leave those country. You stay where you are, except for the Germans, of course. They can go wherever they want, of course. And people have changed what the Nazis stood for, which is a really horrible idea, and they changed that into like, oh yeah, Hitler wanted white people to win and like control the world, which is not true at all. You had a bunch of black people in the German army. It's like, dude, and people don't know that. And they're like, right now people are pushing for race purity, which is what the Nazi wanted, in like leftist groups. They're like, oh yeah, black people should stay with black people and white people should stay with white people. It's like, do you realize what you're saying?
It's so fucking dumb, dude.
do,
It
do you know? Do you know that you're pushing like the most harmful concept possible?
like it just reminds it still just goes all the way back to the fucking oh my god. Oh no, you just reminded me of the whole. No, it's funny because like, despite them saying that if the opposite were to be preached,
Yeah,
um, from the different race, if you feel me, they'd be considered worse for that. But no, 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 no. As long as you follow their ideals, it's all peaches and cream. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's why I keep to myself now. That's why I locked myself in a fucking in a hole. And that's also why I don't want to be with anybody because, like, recently, as recent as a few months ago, there was a convenience store I'd frequent before work. This is back when I used to drink energy drinks a lot, but I cut them off. And I maybe she did. I don't know how to put it. It's not that it's hard for me to read people. I just don't like to assume anyone's interested in me because I have like doubts and shit. I
yeah.
see myself very negatively. I'm a mess and I'm not ready for a relationship right now. I know I'd be the worst person to be with. And she kept asking questions occasionally every other day. And one day she was like, "Hey, during the election, hey, I was just curious, who'd you vote for?" And I just looked at her and I said, "Politics are a joke. It's all a circus. They're the clowns, and I'm just there with popcorn, having a laugh."
You just you, what do you vote for? You turn around, you went honk 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 honk, and you just kept
Yeah,
screaming.
that's
I do that
that's
too.
literally what I said.
I do that too, dude. Unironically.
I don't think I'm cool for it. It's just how I view it, and I've given up on
I
American society.
I used to watch um French debates, and what it was is like, imagine a Discord call but not funny. That's 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 what French political debates are. And I was like, okay, so France is dead, Belgium is dead. It's like on the verge of purging every single Muslim person in there. They're just like on the verge of killing everyone, I guess. So I was like, okay, I guess European Union debate would be better. I look at the European Union debate. 4 out of the 5 candidates are like extreme right, and I was like, oh god, or do you call it far right? in English?
I don't know what to call it. Fucking, I don't know.
The
Uh,
racist side, let's call it that.
yeah, yeah.
So it used to be conservative, but now it's just racist for the sake of being racist, I guess. And I was looking at the debate. So four of the candidates are just like, okay, I cannot vote for those four ones. They're degenerates. I look at the last candidate, and she's batshit insane. And I was like, oh god.
I feel like it's weird because I want this, but then again, I don't. Because our current youth is fucking wacky. Because a small part of me wants to go like, you know what? The only reason most of these old bastards are in office is just because it's the money. They don't really give a shit about people. They just, at least over here, they're having fat stacks. Fucking Nancy Pelosi, what's her fuck, literally was just getting free money. I don't know why the fuck she's still there. Um, but anyways, I want my brain goes like it'd be awesome if we had some young leaders around here, but then I realize we're all fucking stupid.
I
Like
wanna
you can't win.
I wanted to become a politician when I was a kid because I was so like, oh, I was so like next level depressed. I was like, okay, I'll fucking fix the world myself then, I guess. So I started looking into becoming a politician. The first thing I learned, lobbies have a complete and absolute control over the entire world. You can't do shit because
Fucking
what
lobby.
whenever you take a decision, a lobby shows up as like, nope, you don't do that, sorry babe. So I was like, okay, I guess that the only way to change the world is to become rich and then lobby against other lobbies.
Here's my way to change the world, and I might get put on an FBI watch list for this. But fuck lobbyists, fellas. We know what we need to do. At every American, I'm starting the Boston Tea Party this squeakle. Okay, follow me. We shall liberate us all. I will become Solid Snake from Metal Gear. Watch me. No, like, dude, in my heart, like, that's the thing. I may have lost faith in humanity and in society and in a lot of shit, including my government. But to some extent, despite what the media shows, despite what the media, yes, we can play a side game. Despite what the media shows and what they like to claim that everyone is talking about, air quotes everyone, in reality, they're just getting a loud minority. And I like to have faith in the people in my country, like the quiet people like me.
Yeah.
I know there's a fucking large group, if not bigger than the loud people, that are sitting in silence because they know if they speak about something, they will be fucking eviscerated. And deep down, they just want things to be back to normal. I have faith in people like that because when the time comes and we need to make a change, they're the people that's going to be in the front. Um, if I'm speaking hypothetically. So like even though I've lost faith in a lot of shit, it's the people like that that just want to live life that I have respect for. That's why I keep to myself. I just want to live life and have fun at this point. I'm not worried about the legacy I'm going to leave behind. I'm not worried about not having kids or whatever. I'm not worried about what school I'm going to fucking go to eventually or whatever. I just want to live. And some people would say living without reason is the worst way to go, but that doesn't mean just because you're living doesn't mean you're not finding reason. It'll come to you eventually.
Yeah, I feel the same more and more. I feel like my plans for the future have downgraded to a point where I just want a house and absolutely nothing else. Like if I have a house where I can be by myself in it, that's all I want. I don't need anything else. I have like just enough money to eat and have electricity turned on.
That is exactly the way. Like that right there, I'm with you. My real goal right now is like paying off all the debt I owe, and then I'm gonna try to find my own place once the housing
Yeah.
market settles down.
I want to fucking break free, dude. I wanna live like on a farm. I feel like it's 100% like achievable because living on a farm is like most people they like save up their entire life and then they use their life savings to do like a big project to gain more money. What I would do is like save all my life and then use my life saving to buy a farm and then just fucking cut off from humanity completely. I'm so done with everything.
Dude, same. Like I don't know. I feel like one day I'll stop being a hermit. You know, like I feel like the day I meet somebody is probably the day I'll have to put myself up in the front lines again and be normal, air quotes or whatever. That's the thing though. My real goal, and I'm not trying to sound like, oh, LeMayo, I want to date somebody exactly like me. I'm just trying to find a bitch that doesn't take shit seriously and wants to vibe, bro. That is it. Like I have
Me
very low
too.
expectations in life, my guy. And I'm not saying I want to be like a fucking like sad fucking homeless man forever. Of course I want to have like I have dreams, aspirations and shit. But like I just want someone who just wants to have fun, bro. And it's hard to find that cuz these days everything is so fucking serious.
Yeah,
I'm a single man.
why so serious indeed?
Absolutely. Dude, I still love how you just took up the Joker shit. It is the funniest, probably. It's my favorite aspect about your whole, like, your gig here, is just the Joker split him character.
I love that it was just I had a Splatoon profile picture and then Mac turned it into the Joker and then that just turned into me being a Joker clone. Which like most of the time it's actually true because I'm so next level depressed and angry at everything.
It's, I mean, it's hard not to be angry with people in life at this point. It's like everywhere I fucking turn, there's issues. You know what I mentioned it earlier, and I'm gonna say it because I recently finished it a few months ago, and this also this goes out to Mira, bruh, to the 8 people viewing this fucking stream right now. Um, read Berserk. I feel like that is a story that more people need in their fucking lives, because the reason I love Guts as a character isn't just because he's legitimately flawed. He's not somebody that have excuses that pass him by for the mistakes he makes. He performs heinous fucking acts and clearly pays for it. But the one thing I love about him is that he's not a victim. He woke up and he doesn't sit and cry about the issues that happened to him. He fights back full force. And if there's one thing I've learned from that book that I'm carrying to the rest of my life, is to never be a victim. You gotta fight. And these
Yeah,
days, I feel like everyone wants to be a fucking victim. I feel like everybody's,
it's just easier. It's
yeah, it's easier to bitch and and then people want to look like a hero instead of actually being one. Granted, I
yeah.
don't believe there are no more heroes anymore. I don't think there really are. Everyone I've ever looked up to has either hurt me or they're fucking dead. And that sounds like edgy as shit, but no cap. Like Robin Williams, one of my favorite comedians, when he committed suicide, it fucking hurt so bad. Um, like, so I don't really have anybody I look up to, at least living or like that I care about. And it's funny how like most of the, how do I put it? It sounds like really lame to say it, but that's why most of the people look up to people in fiction these days,
Yeah.
because like even though they're fake characters, the ideologies and ways they live are what people are carrying with them, you know?
Yeah, the idea of a character is way better at like following the idea of a character than following a real life person, which they often just disappoint you by being shit.
Yeah, it's fucking, oh, it's fucking ass. It's ass. Oh shit. Damn. Is there any? I'm slowly running out of topics. Is there anything else? Do you want to pull out a big one out of your magic bag? One that you think is gonna rock my world?
All right, let's see if I wrote anything else on this piece of shit paper. No. We went through all the like 10-ish question I wrote.
This has been fun. This has been a fun gig you got here.
Yeah.
I, I don't know how to put it. Like it, I feel like, I mean, technically we have to have a filter because it's fucking Twitch. But
The,
I do feel like I don't have one though.
yeah, we were just spitballing between friend.
Spitballing.
It's
Rolling.
it is the best part of doing a podcast, even though no one comes to watch it.
Uh,
I mean, like, I don't mean no one is here, but I mean, like, even if no one is here to watch it, we're having fun. I phrased it weird. I don't know why.
No, you're right. Dude, that's the thing. Like, I know, like, especially our time zones are different. I don't talk to you. I think this is the most me and you have extensively talked, despite knowing each other for like two
Yeah.
years. And you're funny as fuck, dude. I love like your random talk. Like, bruh, the Elon Musk one was surprising to me because I'm like, oh, dude, Elon Musk is so fucking funny, but like, he is. He's just something else. Oh my god.
He's a fucking dickhead, dude. I
Bro,
hate.
you know who else is a dickhead? Jeff Bezos. Listen, like, remember how earlier I mentioned that everybody is connected to the same websites and
Yeah.
the same systems, and they don't explore anymore on the internet? Um, Jeff Bezos. I often forget, and I don't think a lot of people know this. A lot of companies run through Amazon servers now, exclusively Amazon servers.
Yeah.
I'm at work one day, and I come into work, and I find out that our fucking computers are not working, and we cannot have phone calls for orders because Amazon servers got hit with a DDoS. Like I'm sitting over here wild. And do you remember how like a week ago, literally last week, like everything was getting DDoS, Twitch,
Yeah.
Discord, everything was getting clapped? That's because I don't remember it being a DDoS per se. But I think it was because there was an issue on one of their servers, and because of that one issue, everything fell. That's the problem when everything's connected on one server. Also, Mark Zuckerberg, dude, is not fucking real. He is a goddamn reptilian. Listen,
Yeah,
I don't believe in reptilians, but I think Mark Zuckerberg is the closest we'll ever fucking get to reptilian. Do you know how weird it is when he's doing his live stream, showing off like the power of Oculus Rift VR technology. Watch this. We're gonna go down to fucking Guatemala, where they just got destroyed by a hurricane, and we're gonna casually sit and watch as they repair their fucking broken city and keck W about it. Haha, look at us. It is me, Mark Zuckerberg. No, what's it Guatemala? It's Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, after their fucking electricity is gone, and these workers are working overtime to save their fucking town. But it felt like a fucking Black Mirror episode where you have the ability to just travel across the world and show off this technology, right? What's the first thing you're gonna do? Oh, let's go to the Eiffel Tower. Look at this sick VR. No, you go to fucking Puerto Rico, destroy, damage Puerto Rico, and flex about that. That is fucking so surreal. Also, he moved what?
there was the.
My bad. I'm on like a tangent right now. Yeah, no, the way Mark Zuckerberg interacts with people is so fucking alien, dude. I still love that live stream that he had on Facebook Live where he's trying to talk with everybody on there. And the motherfucker, everyone's like, yo, give me the Zuck. And he's like, haha, the Zuck. What does Zuck meme? Is that like a funny joke? Like, he's so fucking weird, dude. Please look up Mark Zuckerberg, give me the Zuck shit.
Good
My
job,
bad.
team. I remember the Mark Zuckerberg going through the hurricane town. Was the last H3H3 video I watched.
Yes.
And I
Oh my
remember
God.
the one bit where he's like, I hate how he's holding the camera. It feels like he's forcing me to look.
Yes. That was like the last good H3H3 video
Yeah.
too. Oh my god. Talk about people who fell from grace. God,
dude.
Ethan and Hila.
I hope I can reach their level of podcast, right? Because I want to also make billions. No, not billions. Sorry, millions. They make
My bad. Hold on. I wonder if Zuckerberg's on the spectrum, but him being reptilian's funny to think about. My bad. That's my favorite quote from tonight. Continue. I'm sorry.
He definitely is on the spectrum.
Oh fuck.
But how he acts, his knees bent backwards. The H3H3 podcast makes so much money because they have like 20 sponsorship during it, and like each sponsorship pays in cash, plus they have all the views and everything. So it's like the H3H3 podcast. I hope this podcast reaches that level, so I can become a piece of shit, just
I've
like
never
them.
seen an episode of the podcast.
It's shit. It's really bad.
Like that's the thing. The only fucking podcast I've ever listened to in my life extensively would have to be the official podcast, The Critical and the Boys, Castle Super Beast, which, if you do not know, is in relation to the old Super Best Friends Play podcast, which Those were the guys, Matt, Pat, and Wooly on Machinima way back in the day.
Good
They did
good
Let's Play.
night. Good night, best friends plays.
Good night, absolute dude. I fucking miss those guys, dude.
Me too.
Like I know they still do their shit now.
It
You know those were the guys. There's the reason why Yakuza's big in America, damn near, because those guys were Let's Playing the shit out of it on Machinima back in the day and trying to fucking get it big. Oh,
I
fuck, I miss.
remember when I saw the announcement that they were breaking up, and I was like, no, what happened? And like, we're not friends anymore. And I was like, ah, it,
The most realistic breakup of
yeah,
all time.
it
Just
fucking,
we're not
it
friends.
broke my heart.
But like the Castle Super B is still very good. And Matt's thriving on Matt McMuscle's channel. He is releasing bangers and bangers with the What Happened series in game development. So I'm proud of where everyone has gone. I just small part of me, I go back to the old Super Best Friend playcast and just listen to them because they just hit good. But like H3 has never been interesting to me. If anything, the only interesting part is how I'll invite a guest on there and be a dickhead to him.
Oh yeah,
Like
he was harassing most of his guests.
I don't get the appeal to the H3 podcast, dude. And it sucks because I used to really love Ethan and Hila. Like they were amazing. That's where I found out about
Yeah.
the guy that fucked his horse, the JRH MBR video. It's a classic. J
all
like I remember.
all his videos, the one on his YouTube channel, all of them were like bangers. There's not a single one that didn't land that was awesome. Like you could rewatch them over and over and over again. They were just as funny. And then he hit this one point, and then started doing the podcast, and everything just crumbled. Like that was it.
That's all they do is the podcast because they get all their money from. And
Yeah.
like,
They bought a mansion.
if there's one YouTuber that has thrived no matter what he's done, fucking JonTron. I fucking love how I get it. He had that one stream with Destiny. He was clearly drunk. JonTron. It's no surprise that he's an alcoholic. He's talked about it extensively on the Game Grumps.
Yeah.
I love how that man is clearly intoxicated and just pulling bullshit out of his ass. I get it. That was a very touchy moment. He apologized. He listen. He took his L. He took his L with stride. He didn't even try to bullshit it. He knew what he said. But ever since then, he has gotten nothing but praise. My man's killing it. I'm so proud of him. Like, he's the one YouTuber. Oh my god. If there's another YouTuber that I wish got more attention would be Barley from Spike and Barley. Spike and Barley Play were duo YouTubers from back in the day that kind of inspired me to do what I do. Heavily are the reason why I used to make channels or videos back then. And Barley makes his own content now, and he did some interesting videos on like top 10 Half-Life mods and like talks about old Doom shit. I don't know how to put it. He's the only person to discuss Resident Evil Outbreak and how that never got a port. Fun fact, Outbreak is a legitimate like Resident Evil campaign with multiplayer. It's like 4-player co-op. And
Bruh.
it was online on the PS2. And it was so hard to get back then. And some modders in Germany, these random fucking Germans woke up one morning and said, "Okay, Capcom, if you're not gonna fucking port it, we'll do it ourselves." And they made a mod to make the online work with the fucking PS2 emulator. So like, these fuckers are legendary. But Barley did an amazing video on Resident Evil Outbreak. If you guys want to take a look at that, if anyone here likes Resident Evil, I just love that man, and I wish he got more attention. I'm on his Discord, and he's in VCs casually, and it's so weird to be in a VC with somebody that you've been following since like grade school, and he hasn't changed a bit. He's still the funny same old man, and that's like the one guy I can say that if like there's someone I look it up to who hasn't changed a bit as far as I know. And it makes me happy to know that. Gives me a little bit of faith in humanity.
Maybe things are not so bad after all.
Yeah, maybe they're not. Oh fuck. You ever plan on a? And I know I am just horrible with scheduling. But have you ever planned on going back to try editing yourself though?
I don't think so. I think I've done my time with editing. The thing is, I edited video. I started my YouTube channel in like 2000 something. It was maybe before 2010. I'm not sure because I was a kid, and the only things I got out of working so hard on my videos, Like I used to work so hard on my videos, I actually became an expert in Windows Movie Maker to the point where my montage on Windows Movie Maker looked as good as people's montage on like Sony Vegas.
That, but Sony Vegas. I wish I fucked with Movie Maker as much as I did,
It's
but
I
back when
used
I first
I used
started,
yeah.
someone tossed me Movie Maker for free, so I got lucky.
I never got a lucky break, sadly. I used the demo version of Fraps, which would record 30 seconds and then stop recording. So I would have all those like small parts of video, put them into Movie Maker, and then could make it one big video file. And then that big video file I would edit to make it funny.
I used to do that with Bandicam back in the day. That was my first recording software because it was so easy to use. And what I would do is that I I would record the image taller than the actual gameplay so I can crop out the watermark for using the free version. And oh my god, dude, it was 15 minutes only like per video on the free version. So I just every 15 minutes of the timer on record and re-record just to keep up with it. Oh my god, dude, that takes me back because I remember using Movie Maker for one of my first videos. And so, do you know who Bed Banana is, by any chance?
Yeah, yeah, I know him.
I know him, know him.
You,
We're Steam friends. We had talked occasionally in Gmod back in the day, and I remember when I asked him what his editor was, and he told me, and he's like, yeah, no, he's like, I know you're trying your best in like Movie Maker, but he's like, dude, get Vegas Pro, you'll be able to do shit like we do. That was like 5 6 years ago, and I remember like back then I always asked like, how do I get into a video, and he's like, dude, just join. And I think that's still the status quo today. He's like, as long as you just join our game and fuck around, and I'll never forget that. But yeah, no, Bed Banana's on my friends list. Like it's so awkward. Like we've only talked a handful of times, and I remember them. But like I didn't even know how big he was. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, yeah, he's still on my friends list. I didn't know how big he was until people started messaging me about it. I remember I remember fucking what is it? Recording for a GTA 4 video like 6 years ago. And in between the video, I didn't cut it out properly. You can see it, but someone DMs me, "Holy shit, you know Bed Bananas? Oh my god!" And I'm just like, "Fuck off! We don't talk, okay? Like we talked a few times, and the interactions I've had with him, he probably doesn't even fucking remember me because he played like TF2 and Gmod, and I was just some goofy kid, very funny man, nice guy.
he is a really funny guy.
Very funny guy. I still love the fucking Rust video he made where he tossed the fucking rock in the air and clacked that dude in the goddamn head who was knocked out. Oh my god, Bed Bananas. I love how that man will always be relevant. I think he's another YouTuber that won't degrade in quality anytime soon.
Yeah. For me, one YouTuber that I found insanely funny that I just completely stopped finding funny is Jace Schlatt. I remember
Same.
I,
Same.
I used to like love his videos and I loved him as a person and I thought he was a really mature guy or whatever. And then the entire Carson situation happened and I was like it just completely tinted because I think Carson did nothing wrong. I'm gonna be real here.
I don't think he did either.
It's
Also, I
like
actually stopped watching Jay Schlatt way before that. I don't know
it's
why.
like and then when the Carson situation happened, Jay Schlatt was like uh he was like, yeah, I stopped talking to Carson because he kept talking to uh minors or whatever, which is not true at all. None of the thing that he said seemed to be true in any way. I don't know for sure, but it seems like all of it was just like Carson self-destructing mentality, being like going 100 a million percent. And then that happened, and then he started being like, oh yeah, you need to invest your money into this and that, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't even know why, because I think that's a pretty smart idea to do, to invest your money so that you can live off passive income your entire life. But I don't know. I just started disliking him more and more and more and more. And now whenever I see him, the only thing he does is copy Carson's videos because the video Carson used to do, they were unique. No one did videos like him. No one. Maybe Raccoon X, but that's one of his friends. And then JSlat shows up on his Minecraft server, gains a shit ton of fame, and now he just does Carson videos with Carson's old friends.
Well,
And I was just like,
from
bruh.
I knew about Jay Schlatt because it was the Elon Musk meme that he made.
I saw that one too.
He also made some good videos on Radiohead back in the day. I've been following Jay Schlatt for a minute, but what stopped me from watching him is streams. Like I mean it, I cannot watch streams. I fucking do not have the time to interact in a stream. Once he started streaming and he doesn't post on his main channel anymore, I fucking stopped watching him. I don't hate him. And I will say, yeah, the Carson situation, I raised a brow. Because I'm just like, I really feel like he was just trying to save his ass. And, like, not gonna lie, was it scummy? Yeah. But, no cap. My man was in a lose-lose situation. If he tried to do anything, because Carson wasn't speaking. I'd imagine if Carson was trying to fight it, maybe someone would defend him. But the fact that if Carson wasn't speaking for himself, no one was going to speak for Carson.
I feel so, I have a massive problem with this kind of shit because I get it. You have you have an image on the internet or whatever, and it's connected to how much money you make. But come on, dude.
That's why I told myself. Here's the thing. Like, I don't have high hopes for my channel, but I will fucking say this. If I get any attention, I told myself for as long as I'll try, I don't want money out of it. I do not want a fucking dime. And two, my real hope for any fame is that I get big after I stop making videos. I would love, some of my favorite channels are channels that do not upload anymore, and there's something so interesting about an archive of somebody who's not active anymore and they get big. You know what I mean? And it would be so cool to just like stop doing YouTube for 3 years and someone stumbles upon my shit and shares it. And the idea that like someone just goes like, "Whoa, this dude's amazing. I hope he comes back." And me on alt account, "Yeah, me too. I'm not coming back." Like it's just like that. Something about that is just so funny and interesting to me. Like that's the thing. Like I'm not in it for money or anything or clout. I just want to see where it goes. And if I get attention, awesome, cool. My real goal is to just make people laugh. I like being funny. Or at least I try to be. I don't think I'm funny. The reason I even got doxxed is because those guys didn't think I was funny. They didn't like my video. So that kind of scared me from trying to be a funny man on the internet. Then again, everyone's trying to be a funny man, so now I just feel like I'm unoriginal.
I've been trying to be a funny guy for years and years, and I feel like I'm not getting any better at it, indeed.
I always felt like you were getting somewhere. Like you have people that like out of anyone else, like I put you on that list of people I know that like do shit. You do shit. Like I've always considered you as somebody who puts in the work. You have a model. You have people that watch your shit. And I know I have people that watch my shit, but sometimes like I don't know, like when it does, I will say the one thing about streaming that hits different than making videos is that your interaction is in real time. So in that moment, you are aware of the amount of people that interact with your content. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish I could do YouTube videos, but I really I don't have it in me to edit anymore. I'm so fucking done.
I only edit because I'm fucking addicted to it. Editing is like dopamine to me. Oh my god, like I still can't believe I sat in a fucking chair for 5+ hours. Oh.
If you ever edit the Cuphead video, yeah, I'll post it on my VOD channel. Seems to be getting a little bit of attention for some reason.
Because of your fucking title names. Someone came up with my recommended the fucking Left 4 Dead at 3 a.m. speedrun thing or whatever the fuck. It was funny.
I tried to post a 24 hours stream, and YouTube was like, nope. No,
YouTube sucks.
You're not allowed to post more than 12 hours. And I was like, this is literally 1984.
No, their codec is S. Like, so unless I understand, you run a big server, you're a company, blah blah blah. Everybody else gets a basic bit rate upload. Big people who make money get the bigger upload. I tried it before. It was ass. There's a codec in YouTube videos. Here, I'll just pull up one of mine as a fucking example. If you right click and press on stats for nerds, the codec is AVC 1-6400. That one is dog shit. That's why your 1080p videos look like pixelated messes when it's a dark area in the video. Now, if we get someone like, let's see, who's a big YouTuber? Fucking Amelia Watson. Let's pull up a fucking VTuber. Amelia Watson's channel. Now, let's pick a video. We're gonna click on the Bridge Constructor portal. That is a fucking live stream. Just give me a video. Here we go. Hold on, I have an ad, my bad. I just wonder, oh yeah, the codec for her videos.
Fucking YouTube.
Her codec is a VP09 codec. Now, I don't know what any of these fucking mean, but VP09s look so goddamn good. Like they're fucking amazing. The only way you as a regular uploader can get this codec is if you upload exclusively in 1400 pixels, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
What is it?
Dude, it's
1440p.
fucking YouTube's compression algorithm has always been absolute ass. I don't think it has ever been good in any way.
It hurts my soul because like I'll literally be over here like fucking.
It used to be Flash at one point.
I'll be editing a good ass video. I'm like, damn, this shit looking good. I got this brand new computer. It looks like you can fucking breathe the video I'm recording, and then I put it on YouTube, and it's like, damn, you're in a dark room, pixels everywhere. You got any more than pixels? That's some good shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Give it back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, every time, dude.
Oh yeah, since I'm here, I gotta do the thing. Hold on. Will this pop up on your notifications?
Oh no way, it doesn't because I didn't set it up here. He has followed the funny man. My man Matt has followed me on Twitch. Thank you for the follow, Matt.
I'm glad that I'm glad this joke has never not. I'll keep it up. I feel like I look like a fucking like asshole when I do that. Guys, I don't use Twitch much. When Vivi first gave me a mod power and I went on her stream, I followed midstream, and she's like, "Did I give you mod before you followed me?" When Arkhand invited me to his stream, I followed as soon as we started the fucking episode. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I don't use Twitch much. And here I am, not even following fucking Co on goddamn I just don't touch my Twitch. I really don't. Bro. But I'm rolling, and now I think it's the best joke ever. I just love the idea of like, I listen, if I get big and I collab with somebody big, I will just cough like and just follow them midstream. Like, I just think it's very funny. Like, I don't know why. It's like not only did I just have you as a guest, but you weren't followed at all. Like, yeah.
I remember Milky Way, a dear friend of mine. I've known her since her first stream, and I used to talk with her like before her stream, so she wouldn't get, not like before her first stream. I mean. Like we used to talk and shit, and I invited her to one of my podcasts too. And then one day I show up to her stream and I follow her, and she's like, "Wait, you weren't following me?" I was like, "I swear I followed you. I don't know why I wasn't following you anymore." I swear.
I love that shit. Like, I don't know. I'm rolling with that joke now. Like I want to collaborate with so many people, and then just like either mid through collaboration or post just follow. It's like, haha, lol. I wasn't here from the start.
You should collaborate with Chip. Chip, I hope he starts streaming. I really like Chip's humor.
Oh, he's in one of my videos. He's a very funny man.
He is.
He is. That's the goal too for my channel. I want to try to interact with everybody I know. I want to try to make videos with people I know. Like that's the goal, because like I know that's the dumbest idea ever. Because I don't want to become was it KY or Speedy? That dude worked with all of his friends, and once they left to do their own thing, he lost all of his traction. That
Oh,
that could that could bite me in the ass too. But
I,
I do it with the intention that I'm taking people with me. Like if there's a chance I get attention, cool. Please look at these other funny guys. Like
I hope I can be in one of your video again because that was really fun. It's been a
oh,
long time.
absolutely.
It's been a long time since I've played Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that was hilarious. Dude, Adam is fucking comedy. He fucking ditched everybody. Oh my god, I didn't know how to put it in, but I still love the part where you had to mute because it was getting too late. And I just love him like, oh fuck, where you from again? And you're like, sad face, bro. Insert name here. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to fucking dox you on goddamn. But I just love the instant sad face. Like, how do you not know?
I love Left 4 Dead so much. It was when I said that it was 7 a.m. by the way. That's weird to be.
I still, dude, you as a tank, I want to animate it so bad because that's the thing. I used to do animations like as a kid on like
Yeah.
shitty little flip note, but like I'm not good anymore. I've lost all my drawing skill because I just stopped grinding at it. But like I still have an animator's brain, so the whole Adam screaming, "Please no, we're just kids." You, haha, look at this funny tree, and you throw a goddamn tree log at a group of people. My brain animates that, and it's the funniest shit ever. Like, I wish you could see what my brain is making. That's the thing, you know how people have that thing where, oh, did you know that like half the population can't imagine shit in their head?
Yeah.
Listen, Co, I don't know what the fuck. I wish I didn't sometimes. Like, I can close my eyes right now and remember the floor plans of the first house I grew up in. I can redraw them if I wanted to.
Perfect memory.
I have perfect memory, and I could literally imagine something in my brain. Like I told you, like fun fact: when I video edit, I edit in my brain before I video edit.
Yeah, I
I
do
literally
that
have
too.
a plan. I literally have a plan for a Sea of Thieves video, and the intro is already edited in my brain.
I do that too. That's one of the reasons why I want to be good at art because I want to show to people what I have inside of my head, and I can't do that in any way except with art. When I'm gonna be good at art, this world, I'm going to unleash upon this world something that no one is prepared to deal with.
Oh, unleashes a fucking eldritch horror upon the fucking United States. Also, Orb, is that why you're so good at building Gundam? Listen, Orb, I'm surprised you haven't made videos of just making your model kits. I am terrible at making Gundam. This man paints them and everything. Orb, stream your model kit building. I bet you'd get some attention. That shit's pre-build. What are you talking about? There was one night you said you were painting.
I think we're gonna stop the stream now. By the way.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I guess this is the part where we
Yeah.
Oh okay. This is the part where we cut ways. But listen, to anybody who's been listening, thanks for listening to me for like 2 hours and 35 minutes because I hate my voice. Uh, Two, I saw somebody say this is probably their favorite episode
it's
of the
Nathaniel.
Sadness podcast. If thank you for that. It reminds me when I'm not really confident in front of an audience, but somebody said the same thing on Ark's podcast. Not that there was their favorite episode, but they enjoyed my company on there. So it's nice to get that other feedback from other people.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's been grand, dude.
Absolutely. But yeah, with that, I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you everybody. Thank you Co especially for
It
letting
was
me on your stream.
it was my pleasure.
If you're ever if out of nowhere your list of people you've gone through is gone, you're looking for returnings. I'm always on the fucking call, dude.
Sure, dude. I might. I have a list of people I want on the podcast, and I'm pretty sure most of them are not gonna want to be on it. So, and unless I like redo people like you and Ark, I might shelf the Sadness podcast for a little while.
Understandable, but never stop pushing. There's
Yeah.
got to be other people that are interested, my guy.
There probably will be. I don't know for sure. It's really hard to find someone who has something interesting to say.
I mean, I feel like I don't have anything. I don't feel like
Nah,
what I've
bro.
said is interesting. I
You,
feel like
you have 2 hours worth of interesting.
I don't know. Like it's weird because like I know people that kind of think the way I do, so my brain goes like, oh, so I don't feel like I'm special anywhere. But
Nah, bro, you good, you good.
I'm gonna leave for real though, because I don't want to keep I don't want to keep this up for another hour.
It's okay.
But
It's
thank you
okay.
all again. Thank you all again. This has been a very fun time. And if you're looking for more people, I'm always down for being a recurring character. LOL.
Thanks,
But
man. Big love.
you take it easy, man. Everybody sleeps now.
You too, man. Bye bye. Alright, fellas. This was the big return of the Sadness podcast. Finally, after all this time. Next episode is going to be Friday, normally. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get anyone. I hope you guys are enjoying the rain, by the way. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get anyone, but I will try to get someone on the podcast. If no one joins, I'm going to do a solo episode, and we'll see from there. Thanks everyone for showing up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Omori. By the way, we're finishing the game tomorrow. Hopefully, I won't have a heat stroke by then. Bye everyone.